On this week's episode, we talk about the Kingdom Hearts TV show. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to episode 112 of the One Up Me podcast, where we one up all your video game news. My name is Ryan Smith, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Jordan Sims. What is going on today, Jordan?
Nothing much. I slivered off a little bit of my thumb earlier today, changing the water filter.
Oh, nice. It was graceful. I call that graceful.
That's right. I mean, human body's pretty cool. It's already healed pretty much, but it's still kind of annoying to miss a sliver of your thumb.
I cut when I was in high school or middle school. It must have been high school. I was dissecting. Well, we had dissected frogs or something. We dissected a lot of stuff because I was in the zoology class in high school, and we were cleaning our instruments, I guess you could call them. And I was cleaning a scalpel. That was a sharp son of a bitch. I sliced my thumb open, and it did not stop bleeding. I swear for like 20 minutes. My teacher was like, almost told me to go to the nurse. You're going to bleed out in my classroom.
There you go.
But I was all right, and it appears that you have made a miraculous recovery as well.
I did, It's healing's a cool thing.
We did get I guess we might as well tell everyone, we got a little bit of an upgrade to our setup. I have honestly no idea if you can tell the difference. We got I was going to say nice table, but it's it's just a folding chair, or not folding chair. We're using a folding chair as a table.
Yeah, it's not a nightstand, which is nice.
Yeah, we were literally using like a shitty 10-year-old basically nightstand. I think it was my brother's from like a decade ago. Now we actually have a table. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can. It's actually big enough for at least one laptop. We have two on there.
I know.
I didn't think it was possible. We have our mic set up on it. It's nice. We even have some of those foam things you put on walls. They're not really foam.
Yeah, the hard sound
they absorb
paneling,
sound. Not really absorb sound, but they make it sound better, I guess.
Yeah.
Hell if I know if it does anything. And you definitely can't hear that.
No.
But we got ourselves a rug, so a little pat on our back. We upgraded from like an F on the health board to like a D.
Yeah,
They're
I was gonna say
you
like
probably shouldn't be in operation, but I guess you're not killing anybody.
Exactly. It's okay. It's not really hurting anybody. So I guess we'll just let them, keep on keeping on.
But it's nice to sit
in a normal.
I'm
position.
definitely more comfortable.
I am
because we had our laptops. I mean, I can't speak for Jordan, of course, but we had our laptops in our lap, which you would think. I mean, they're laptops, but it's way more comfortable to have them on the desk. We don't have to be scrunched up in the chairs just because the way these chairs are kind of set up.
Yeah,
you kind of have to be scrunched over, and then we had the mic. It was a whole big deal.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to be more comfortable.
A little more free.
Yeah.
I'm waving my arms.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is nice to be able to have some comfortableness when we record instead of just feeling like a pretzel when you're done recording. It sucks sometimes. But, yeah, got a nice new setup, which is pretty sweet. Man, I did some interesting things this week when it comes to the video game sphere and entertainment stuff.
I'm a little worried.
Well, I jumped into Crucible, Amazon's It's a
third-person game, right? I saw a couple. I think I saw Shroud and Seagull. A couple of people playing this. They all seem to think it was okay, kind of. What were your thoughts?
My thoughts were that it needs 6 to 12 more months.
6 to 12 more months
of work. They definitely released it. It's not in beta. It's not in alpha or anything like that. They released it full send, full stop, period, however you want to look at it. It is on Steam, and it is being played. Reviews are here and there. Twitch streams.
What if you can get it on Twitch? Because Twitch has a... you can download...
games
through their desktop app. And what if you could get that game through there? Because it's free to play, right?
It is free to play. So it kind of feels like they don't know what they want it to be. They have 3 different modes. One's a 4v4 team, like deathmatch sort of a thing, and the map is so big. So you drop in, you could spend 5 to 10 minutes, probably not that long, probably 5 minutes, a long time, without actually seeing another team at all because you just go through and capture the points and you get the hearts and whoever has the most points at the win. It's like capture the flag, but it's like
It's capture the.
not
That
capture
doesn't
the
make
flag.
any sense. How does it capture the flag if you don't see anybody?
Yeah, that's what I was wrong explanation. It's not capture a flag. It's you go capture a point, and if you capture that point, you get points, and whoever has the most points
Is
from
it like King of the Hill? Like you capture a point and they try to take it from you?
yeah, and then you could go capture their point. So everything it's weird how they
Okay.
do it. A lot of the heroes feel some of the kits feel really good. Some of the kits feel underpowered. There's a literal little cat creature thing that can teleport through any object. It's insane. Even I think it can even teleport through players. Maybe I haven't tried it, but it's insane. It's a combination of like Tracer from Overwatch and Caustic from Apex Legends.
It has gas.
It has gas, and you can't. The enemies can't see through it at all, but you can see through it. And it has an X-ray goggles that you can just see through the map, like just wall hacks, where you can just see the enemies or wherever. It also has like a sticky grenade where it'll stick their opponent like where they're standing. And then obviously it has the
Okay, so not a sticky grenade.
no, it's a sticky
in
ability.
Halo or something.
No, it's like a adhesive. It shoots the cat shoots an adhesive out of the gun, and it like epoxies them to the
It
floor.
sticks them to whatever surface they're on.
whatever
Okay.
they're on. And then obviously her main movement ability is like this blink thing. And as you level up with essence, you can, which is like the energy in the game, you can get longer blinks. Your blinks can go further. So you can literally just, I mean, you can't really catch them. If you're trying to catch one on the map, you're not going to catch it. The characters look cool. The voice acting really isn't too gung-ho. It's kind of flat and sad, and it really doesn't go with the beefiness of how you think some of the characters are. Like, the characters look badass, but then the voice tone will be like, my name is Earl, and...
Hey, that's a good show.
Yes, it is, but it's just like, oh, sweet, like, this person's going to be cool, and then their voice acting is just meh. It's like, damn, well, that sucks. And then there's a Battle Royale mode where it's 8 teams of 2.
8 teams of 2, okay.
Mm-hmm. And
Not a very big battle royale.
yes, but the map is so large. I do like the deployment system where there's no respawn, but you pick a point on the map and it just shoots you down in like one of those space pods and you jump out. The cool thing is if you die, or say if your teammate dies, you meet up with another person and their teammate dies, you can form an alliance. So you form a new squad. But when it gets down to the last couple people in the match, all the alliances are dissolved, and then you have to
Okay.
fight each other.
Okay, interesting.
And
Now,
that's.
I want to
that's
go
kinda-
back for
go
a
ahead.
second.
Yeah.
When you were talking about leveling up, do you level up during the match?
Yes.
Like
you level up during the match.
But is it like a MOBA where you go back to level 0 at the end of the match and you start at level 0 at the beginning?
Correct. Yes. And once you're dead, you're dead. You can't respawn.
Interesting. Okay.
At least in the battle royale, you can't respawn. So you can either watch your teammate, or if it usually ends up becoming like a 2v1, your teammate dies too.
Is it? What's the other mode?
The other mode is dang it, what is it? I can't remember.
Because I saw when I was
There's
watching.
a third mode, but I can't remember what it is.
I didn't watch that much, but it looked like people were attacking these big, almost mushroom-looking things.
That's the first mode I was talking about. So during the battle royale mode, there is a PvE element as well, and so you're killing mobs to get the essence to level up yourself from level. You start at level
sounds
1.
a lot. That sounds very MOBA-esque. I haven't played a ton of MOBA
It
games,
does.
but this definitely sounds like it has some MOBA elements.
It does have some mobile elements in the. You can change your perks. You can't change your skills, but you can change your perks. So, for instance, like this one girl shoots flames, like she's a flamethrower user.
She looks just like, I swear, like Raze from
Yeah.
Valorant.
And she is strong as hell. That girl can move so fast and so far. It is insane. So one of her perks you can change. You can get, like, her level 1 perk has 3 different options. I think one of them you can do more damage. One of them it'll go further, and another one is it like you don't overheat as fast or whatever.
She has flamethrowers, is
Yes,
that right?
that's how she moves. That's how she does all her abilities. And so there's level 1 through level 5. And level 5's like, it's not an ultimate, but it's
Are there ultimates?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's not like I push this button and I win sort of a thing. It's just when I hit level 5, my guns might do more damage, or my cooldowns might be lowered, or...
So there's not a one button thing that you press and it does your best ability?
No.
Okay.
Not really. I will say some heroes are better than others. I will say
Yeah, that's unavoidable.
it just feels like some of these heroes shouldn't be pushed out at all. Like
You mean broken? Like too
yeah,
good?
Yes.
Or
Like,
is it that or the other character's underpowered?
both.
Okay.
Like it is really like the Blink girl, the cat. It is insane. Like the fact you can just, if you level her up and pick the right perks, you can just keep, because the cooldown for her little phase teleportation thing is like a second, so you can just keep phasing through any object, like walls, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can just keep. Nothing stops her being able to teleport through things. So if you're trying to get away from a squad, you can just teleport through them over and over. Also, the interesting thing is you can have the same hero on each squad.
Multiple times?
Yes. So it doesn't show you. So there's no building a team comp or anything like that. There's just you pick a character, you jump into a queue, it then shows you your partner, and then the rest of the lineup for what there is as far as the lineup of who you're going to be battling against, and that's that. Even with the the teams that are 4v4, it's you pick it, you say you want to play this, and there's no building a team comp position per se.
Are there only 5 characters?
No, there's 1, 2, 3, I don't know, 10.
I'm looking and
I don't know, 10 characters, maybe
okay.
more. So there's like a tank, and there's like a melee shark dude that uses an axe.
Oh, I see more now.
Yeah. I like the characters a lot. I think this game has promise.
I mean, they're a bit generic for me.
Yeah.
At least some of them. I get it. I guess you're always going to have some generic characters.
Yeah. And
I don't even know if that's true at all.
I mean, they definitely need something to go up to bat against Overwatch characters and Apex characters. And I get why they did some of these characters and such. And some of their kits are really interesting. Just from the surface, I didn't expect this one Aqua girl. I guess she's like a...
Is this the one that looks like an Avatar character?
Yes. She has a grappling hook, and I didn't expect that at all. But it's kind of like Pathfinder's grappling hook before it got nerfed.
You mean broken? You mean awful?
No.
How?
Yeah. It's good, though. It can't latch onto everything, but it does get you some good speed, some good mobility with that. And I think she throws knives, or maybe that's another character. I don't know. Some of them just blend together for me. And then obviously you have the generic like Soldier 76 style character it's basically Soldier 76, but I believe they put a Hispanic twist on him this time. Whatever his particular name is in this game. But essentially that's pretty much all of Crucible. I do find myself jumping back in here and there, even though that it is a mediocre experience. I do find myself having fun with it here and there. I will say that it does take a little bit to find some, what's it called? Matches. It does take some time to find matches. Like,
yeah.
I've even waited up to 3 minutes sometimes. And it's kind of absurd. But I did it like 3 minutes.
That's not too bad. You tried playing Overwatch lately?
No.
You tried getting in a DPS queue for Overwatch? That being said, the game is brand new, so the queue should probably pop quicker than that. It looks like there's 2 different shark kind of characters.
Really?
Drakall.
Is that the big old boy with the axe?
He's like a big fish-looking guy. He's got his shoulders and back are red, and he's got a big axe.
He uses, he's kind of like Winston mixed with Draven, kind of. He jumps and does a swing around spinny move. So he's interesting. It doesn't feel good to play though, because he's melee and everybody else has guns. So it kind of just feels, underpowered when you're trying to engage somebody and they're just, they have the high ground or better mobility or this or that.
I mean, what's her name? Brigitta's a melee character in Overwatch, and oh boy, is she broken. Well, she was the last time I played.
Yeah. I do like this game though. I think it has promise. I think that, they could probably polish some things out and it could be a good one. I don't know if it could dethrone, Apex and Overwatch or anything like that. And I don't even know if they are trying to target that or do anything as far as that aspect or anything like that.
What do you think about the third person perspective?
I'm okay with it. I wouldn't mind a mode where I could try out first person to see if I liked it more. I will say that I do kind of wish they'd figure out what they want to do, whether it's, teams or if it's a battle royale or what exactly.
I mean, every game comes out with multiple modes. Even like they've done that. Games have done that for a long time.
Well, I know that, but I wish they would just at least given us at least one polished mode. I wish that, or slap the word alpha on it or the word beta on it.
It is free to play, which
it is
gives it some leeway, but that doesn't. I've heard people say that it feels like a free to play game.
Yeah, and
which isn't obviously high praise, but as long as it is free, that does lend some credence, I guess, to giving it some leeway.
True. I don't feel like taking advantage of as far as time, but I do feel that I could be enjoying myself more if they polish some things and made it a little bit better. But I am interested in it as far as how they're going to do the modes and different stuff like that. The tutorial was even kind of fun. You get to play as a different hero, and they kind of teach you the ropes of everything. And it's actually some of the banter back and forth is kind of funny. As far as, like, why are you here? Why am I here? Well, you're going to, I didn't mean for you to hear that, but now you're going to take part in this game. So,
interesting. So it's got like a tongue-in-cheek attitude, or?
Kinda, yeah. It's, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm still up in the air about, I don't want to give it a complete, thumbs up, thumbs down. I'd say if you got Steam and you want to try out something that's different, check out Crucible. It does make me, I am intrigued to see if this is how Amazon's first game I think I played.
It's not their first. I don't know if it's the first game they played, but I don't think it's I think it's like the second or third game they've released.
Well, I think it's the first one I've played from Amazon, and if they released this in this state, I want to see what state they're going to release New World in, which I believe is going to be paid for.
Is that Amazon?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's their MMO that's, you don't have classes, you level up your skills and such based on kind of what you use. Like what, what's it called? I can't think today. Equipment, like what equipment you use, what weapons and stuff.
So basically what you do.
Yes. That's what they've kind of done
if you use a bow and arrow, you upgrade your bow and arrow tree or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then if you can kind of change up. They say you can switch your skill trees on the fly sort of a thing. They have been releasing a bunch of information on their YouTube channel. Not Amazon's YouTube channel, but New World, their YouTube channel. So if you want some more information on New World, I'd suggest just check that out there. I think they've released some developer updates.
When does that come out? Do we know?
Pretty soon, I think.
Sometime this year?
I think sometime this
year.
Or early next year, if I remember right. I want to lean more towards early next year, though, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it looks like they're doing some promising things. It looks like they're trying to think outside of the box when it comes to a like MMO style game, and trying to do things that people will enjoy. So kudos to Amazon. It seems like they're doing an okay job as far as games go. It's not
an okay job.
I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna put them on the same pedestal as some other people, but they're definitely doing better than some other developers that release games.
I mean, I would say from the sounds of it and the looks of it, I haven't played either games, but if you compare Fallout 76, which is made by a developer that has decades of experience, and then you go to this, which is one of the developer's only games, at least one of Amazon's only games, it's kind of sad how bad Fallout 76 is.
Yeah, it is.
Even compared to this.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That is a really good comparison. It's man. I mean, I hope the best for Amazon. I'd even go as far as say I'm excited for New World because I want to try it. I want to see what's what. I'm always looking for the next MMO that I can play with people or get into. So it's always
maybe if I was a nerd, I could play it with you, but
it's definitely not for everybody, man. It's a special genre of breed of people.
For very special people.
That is true. That is true.
He's still trucking along in Yakuza 6. Yeah, he got the Yakuza 6.
Hell yeah. No, yes. I finally tracked down the people that I was looking for. Did get a little sidetracked though. Couple quick Yakuza stories. Holy cow. The mini games are so much fun in this. I played baseball. Or not really baseball.
You played like
a batting cage.
But yes, batting cage. That's in Persona too.
Yeah, I played a batting cage. I did mahjong. I did pool, darts. There's an arcade that actually has playable arcade games, which are pretty fun. Obviously, Sega games, because it is a
Sega published game.
I did the disco, which is that's really hard. It's like Dance Dance Revolution meets, basically, you have to move the stick and click the correct letter in like this grid that's like a disco thing. It's intense.
You ever played Mario Dance Dance Revolution?
I wouldn't mind playing that. I've never.
It's just Dance Dance Revolution, except
Mario songs?
with the Mario skin.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but I've been really enjoying the mini games. I'm sure I played some others that I forgot, but trucking along through chapter 2, I think I'm almost to whoever I'm supposed to whoop this time. Got sidetracked with a couple side stories, which the game doesn't rope you into, but you're kind of just like, hey, maybe you should talk to that person. But
yeah, that's one of the points. It's a very, they want you to do the side quests, definitely.
Yeah, and it's really fun. I helped a kid earlier in the day, because it's the next day of the day I'm playing. I saw a kid and he was waiting in line for like the newest, whatever the Final Fantasy game is or something like that. And he got it. And then later I was like, oh, kid, why are you crying? He's like, the game I just got stolen. And I was like, oh, hell no. I'm going to go kick that dude's ass. So I find the guy, kick his ass, figure out that he just got mugged and somebody stole the game from him. So I chase the guy. And this is just running through the city,
Uh-huh.
And I finally get to the guy that mugged him, and it's some Yakuza scum. And I'm just like, okay, listen, man, I'm going to kick your ass. And then you kick his ass, and he's like... And it's funny, because after every time you kick their ass, they start crying. He's like, what? You steal, and you start crying after you get mugged? You're being a baby. He's like, I was just stealing this because my wife left me, because I spent all my money, and I was hoping if I got my son this game, that my wife would love me again. And after he's done finally crying and being all sad about getting beat up, you finally learn the kid runs up and he says, Mister, did you get my game? And you're like, I sure did. Here you go. And he looks up and goes, Papa? And
so you kicked his dad's ass.
Yes. And, the dad's like, what are you doing here, Akiko? Or whatever the kid's name is. And you as the character go, oh, your dad helped me get back your game.
Kiryu, that's his name, right?
Yes, Kiryu, that is his name, the main character's name. And you basically, paint his dad into this, this good guy of,
You talk him up?
Yeah, you tell the kid, hey, your dad helped me get back your game from this bad guy. And,
So, his dad kicked a kid's ass?
Yes. His dad, so the child was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6.
His son
Got the game stolen from him.
By...
Like a high schooler. I kicked the high schooler's ass.
So you beat up a kid.
Yes, but when the title card popped up during the fight, because it always says like hooligan or drunkard or Yakuza, it said like pissed man. And I was like, all right, it said man. Doesn't say boy. I can let loose. Yes, and so the kid that stole the child's video game, the kid's father stole it from that high school kid. And
okay, wait, so the father beat up the kid?
I beat up the kid.
And then after you beat up the kid...
He told me that he got mugged because I was like, all right, I kicked your ass.
So you both beat up a kid?
Yes. Yes. It was not... It was
okay.
It was not pretty. But all in all, it was funny because the kid was like, Dad, come back home and help me with the game. And his dad was like, yes, with an excellent adventurer quester like me, you'll make it to the Demon Lord in no time. But your mom won't let me spend the night.
That is amazing.
It is. The little writing quips in this are so funny. It is hilarious. And then earlier during this same day, because, obviously you're running through the city, you're seeing a bunch of different sites. I see this conversation between this guy and this girl. They're in high school, and he's yelling at her, where'd you get this money in your purse? What are you doing? How, are you, like, a hussy? Yada, yada. And they finally run away. And he's like, hey, mister, I know you just overheard that, so can you go ask her what's up? Turns into this. This blows my mind. I thought she was just selling drugs or something. Holy shit. This girl is caught. She has been swindled into a sex ring where she has to sell her panties.
Oh, boy.
And I have to get her to admit it. And then finally, she's like, so you don't want to buy my panties? She's like, no, I'm not a pervert. I'm just here because your boyfriend asked me and he wanted to know what's up, how you got that money. And she finally broke down and was like, listen, Sinew, or whatever this girl's name is, she's the one that runs this ring. And I can't get out of it because she's a bad bitch. And the guy goes,
Kiryu.
Thank you. Kiryu goes, wait a minute. So a woman is the one that is making y'all sell your bodies? Because it's a ring. It's a bunch of schoolgirls, apparently. So I haven't figured out where she is in the city yet.
So that's where you are in the story?
That's a side story.
Okay.
The main story is I'm trying to figure out why this this realtor company is protecting people from Yakuza in the town, which is interesting. And so you're kind of going to battle with them because these are Yakuza people that are working for this like real estate company. They're dressed like civilians, and you're ex-Yakuza now. And so it's kind of this back and forth battle of, what are you doing here? You're the Yakuza. No, I'm not. I'm going to kick your ass. What are you doing for? Who are you working for? Why are y'all harassing people? What's going on? Sort of a thing. So it's a side mission. I'm trying to stop a sex ring. And I don't know if I'm going to fight a woman because so far you've only fought men.
You always solve your problems by fighting, or?
Yes. That is, much. So far, that is the only option the game gives you. I curb stomped a guy with a tire the other day. Just like the box of nails, except this was a lot more violent. I took a tire from a bicycle and stuck it inside of his mouth.
All right.
It was insane. I'm loving this game so much, and I cannot wait to see what else is going to happen. This is just it's crazy.
You said you're only on Chapter 2?
Chapter 2. And it's like a 20 or 30 hour game. And this is Yakuza 0. It's taking place in 1988. So, 89? Maybe 88. I don't think it's the 90s yet. They're still using the big, huge phones with the big antenna.
Wait, how old are you in this game?
Young. He was only in the Yakuza for 3 years.
Because I played Yakuza 1, and he didn't seem like he was very old at all.
No, he's still young. They did state that he was only in the Yakuza for 3 years, and everybody keeps calling him boy and like young blood and stuff. So apparently he's still very young. But
because he seemed like he was in his 20s in Yakuza 1.
Yeah, he has to be, I don't know, early 18s, coming into an adult probably.
Wait, is he a teenager?
I don't think so, but I don't know how old you have to be in the Yakuza. 18, I guess.
However, I don't think there's a hard and fast rule.
I don't know either. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. I picked back up, moving, just blazing on through Yakuza. I'll hopefully be into Chapter 3 next time we talk. But that's really it for Yakuza. I picked back up Minecraft, though.
You want to talk about Minecraft before Star Force? Because I have no idea what Star Force is.
Star Force is a Netflix show.
Oh.
So I'm going to talk about that on the tail end. But yeah, I picked back up Minecraft. I think I'm going to start streaming it. Just throwing that idea out there. Just pitching the ball around, trying to see what comes up. Apparently there's a new update coming out soon. And I haven't played since forever ago. Probably, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm sure that there's been a ton of stuff.
I watched probably 2 hours worth of YouTube today on what not even how to craft the stuff, just, hey, this is what happened in the last X amount of years of Minecraft. It is insane. There are
How many videos did you see that were titled something ruined Minecraft or
I think I watched 2.
yeah.
This, and then the last one I watched was, these are things that are getting removed in update blah 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 blah, or this broke my auto farming thing, yada 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 yada. But yeah, I probably played like 30 minutes of it today just to get my bearings again.
Oh, so you did pick it up?
I did pick it up. Got my bearings of it again. It's still so enjoyable, even doing the super basic shit of just punching a tree, getting coal, getting iron, still just chugging through, just still enjoying the atmosphere of everything. I still love the music. I remember back in the day when I was playing in beta. I picked up the soundtrack, and I still love to listen to the Minecraft music, and it's just really enjoyable. I'm excited to see what they're doing. I think they added 5 biomes to the ocean, as well as they're adding 5 or 6 more biomes to like their hell space or whatever it's called.
The Nether realm is what it's called, or the
yeah. So they're adding a whole bunch of stuff, whole new blocks.
Was that the alpha or the beta you showed me recently?
That was the first version ever. That was like alpha.
I was like, how did anybody ever play this? It was just the most boring, generic thing I've ever seen. It really was.
People just created a whole bunch of stuff, and then they
Which I didn't think you could even build in the alpha.
No, you could. You just only had a limited amount of blocks. And then they released, hey, you could, day-night cycle, and then the ball just kept rolling, and then Notch was like, peace out, I'm out of here. And then Microsoft was like, yummy, yummy, I'm hungry.
Yep.
And they bought it. And
it's been longer than I thought since they bought Mojang or Mojang or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it's called. But yes, they're still doing great things. I'm still enjoying. From what I've seen, they've only improved the game. I mean, I obviously haven't played in a long time, so I haven't been there for the ups and downs. But it still looks like a tip-top game, and even I really enjoyed the basic stuff, which is just simple mining, creating torches, just kind of doing stuff like that. I didn't even get to the nitty-gritty. I did find a pirate ship, which is kind of cool.
Pirate ship?
There's not pirate ships, but there's you can find like sunken ships, like broken down, like shipwrecks, and they have different loots and stuff, like different treasure, and this had a treasure map. And I was like, that's cool. And it shows you it gives you obviously a map, and it shows, hey, you're here, treasure is here, figure out how to get there. And I'm like, that's really interesting, and so I'm excited.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm excited to do that. And I don't know, it was an excitement that was quickly rekindled, and I'm very excited to see what's what about it and just get back and enjoy it. So
what is this Star Force thing then?
Star Force. It is going to be a Netflix show starring Steve Carell.
Steve Carell?
Yes.
It might be Steven. I don't know. I've never heard anyone call him Steven. Maybe his mom.
Maybe. Steve Carell and the creator of The Office, Greg Daniels.
Yep.
Yeah, they got together and apparently this came out back when they were pitched the idea, really not an idea, it was just the title. Space Force, back when Space Force, the actual real life.
Is it Space Force or Star Force?
Oh, I typed in Star Force. It's supposed to be called Space Force. That's a typo on my part. Space Force, like the real life Space Force that was formed, that they do whatever they do. So this is based off of that. It's an okay show.
I've heard it was kind of disappointing given the pedigree of Steve Carell and Greg Daniels.
It was. I watched all of it in about like 2 or 3 days. It's bingeable, but when you get to the end of it, you're thinking, okay, a few things happened, some mediocre storylines here or there, but no really full arcs, and you're thinking, I really wish something would be completed by the end of it.
Here's the thing. Like, we could give him the benefit of the doubt because Greg Daniels created a bunch of stuff. He's created King of the Hill, The Office, and Parks and Rec, just to name a few.
True.
2 of those shows, The Office and Parks and Rec, are not exactly highly lauded for their first seasons.
That is true. Now, excuse me. I just took a sip of squirt.
What?
I said I took a sip of squirt, and I had like a...
That's a beverage.
Yes.
That's a grapefruit flavored beverage.
Yes, that is a grapefruit flavored soda.
Now, I've never seen anyone besides Jordan drink, so...
I haven't seen anybody else other than me.
Apparently, it's made by Dr. Pepper, which is really weird. They make really weird stuff.
They do. I do like the concept. It's alluded to the president in this show being Donald Trump, and they don't call him the president. They call him POTUS, which I think is a pretty funny like shorthand for president.
You never heard POTUS?
No,
it's a real thing.
Well, yeah.
Okay, just wasn't.
Yeah, I had to Google it, and I was like, okay. And so they do a bunch of stuff. They put a black woman on the moon, and they go to the moon, and it's this back and forth witty banter.
And it turns out there's some kind of a demon on the moon.
I could have made a real bad joke, but I'm not going to. The Chinese are on the moon. They beat us to the punch.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, they beat us to the moon.
Wait, did they beat us to the moon back in the 60s, or did they?
There was a little quip against that. They said, we are the first country on the moon. No, we were there before y'all. No, lunar landing, green screen, fake, not real. We first here.
But they claimed that the United States didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was just this back and forth, and then obviously for some reason Steve Carell's wife is incarcerated.
Okay.
In the show for 40 to 60 years.
Holy crap! Don't spoil it. Don't spoil why.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't ever know.
Don't know why?
They don't ever tell us. All we get to know is it's a very serious crime.
Okay, apparently. Maybe I'll check it out. Is this a comedy? It must be, right?
There's some laughable. Yes, I'd say all in all, it's definitely a comedy. A lot of singing. It's not a musical, but that's how Steve Carell calms down. So he'll sing, some Beach Boys or some other stuff. It's fun.
How's his performance?
Good. Aside
charming.
From, yeah, it's funny. Ooh, and what's his name? Dang it, John Ralphio's in it.
Really? What is his name? His real name?
I don't know his name, but in this show,
know.
This is why. Well, it's not one of the reasons I kept watching, but everybody on base calls him "Fuck Tony."
Okay, so this is a MA rated or?
I think it's TV.
TVMA?
No, I wouldn't even go. I think it's.
It definitely can't be TV 14.
Yeah, I think they can. Can they not say fuck?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I guess it's mature. I guess that's the only thing that makes it mature. Then, actually, no. I think there's a couple scenes. Okay, yeah. It probably needs to be TV mature. But yeah, it was funny. I want to see a second season. I want to see what they're gonna do. Who knows with the Rona, what's gonna happen? But it was
I wonder when they filmed this.
I don't know either.
Probably last year.
Probably, but it was when it was first announced, when Space Force, like the real in-life Space Force, was announced. Steve Carell got a call from whoever was heading this up, and was like, "Hey, do you want to run and you want to be in a show called Space Force?" That's it. That's all they told him, and he goes, "Yeah, sure." Said yes, not knowing anything else. He called Greg Daniels and said, "Hey, do you want to do Space Force with me?" Greg Daniels said yes. That's all they knew was the title. And they thought it was going to be fun, and then they just kind of built it from there.
Maybe I'll check it out. I loved both of them.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a fun experience. I like space, and space. I do think that the second season is probably going to be a lot better than the first season. It just kind of feels like a couple of the storylines were good, and then they'd be like, boom, 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 side plot, side story, and then nothing really got wrapped up or even started. Sometimes it kind of just feels like they kind of just dropped the ball on some stuff. But me saying that, I don't say it's bad. I'd say it's an enjoyable watch if you like Steve Carell or Greg Daniels. Or
is it set in space?
There are some space elements.
Okay.
It's essentially just the first little divot, just to kind of wet your feet. Steve Carell finally became a 4-star general. This is like in the first 30 seconds. Steve Carell finally became a 4-star general, and he thinks he's going to be taking over the Air Force. Turns out he's not taking over the Air Force. He is starting a new branch of the military called Space Force.
Okay.
And that's kind of where it takes off, and things kind of roll from there. And there are some shenanigans, and I like the cast. What's his name? Jimmy Won? I think that's his name. Really
Jimmy
funny.
Wong. He sounds familiar.
I can't name what else he's in,
Nice.
But he has a stand-up on Amazon Video. He's
Okay.
just a really funny Asian guy, and
Couldn't tell that by the name at all.
I know. It's funny. He was in the stand-up. He was talking about how Jimmy is his name he chose. His real name is like, I'm not even going to try to say it.
Something different.
Yes. Yeah. That is a good explanation. But yes, all in all, Space Force was good. I'd say if you have Netflix hell, everybody has Netflix. I mean, everybody's borrowing somebody's Netflix. Somebody in your circle has Netflix. Watch Space Force. I think you'd like it.
Okay, fair enough. I'll probably check that out then. First up on my docket here, I want to talk about something that I didn't love. So, I've talked about in the previous episodes of the podcast about picking up Call of Duty, last year's Call of Duty. What was it? Modern Warfare again?
Blops.
No, Blops was 2 years ago.
Blops was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Dude, my timeline.
It didn't even have a story.
Did it not? Well,
No.
dude.
Okay.
Go ahead. Continue.
So, I've gotten like halfway through it. It's probably only 6 hours long. I just wasn't having that much fun with it. So I just deleted it off my computer. Just 200 gigs gone. I was tired. I just wasn't having much fun with it. I just didn't care nearly enough. There were other games that I was really, really wanting to play. So I just nuked it off my computer.
Proud of you. Good for you.
I got away with it. Moving on to a game that I really, really enjoyed from probably the same year that Black Ops came out. The Messenger. It's I want to say a 2-bit. It's like an 18-bit / 32-bit platformer, Castlevania kind of esque game, where basically you're this guy named the Messenger. Where you have to like deliver these sacred scrolls, save the world. Cliche. It's I've talked about this in the past. I kind of gave up on trying. I put it down for like over a year now. Picked it back up sometime last week, and I finally finished it. Really, really, really good. It turns out I was getting frustrated with it before I picked it back up, and I wasn't really doing the right things. That's basically why I was getting frustrated. I didn't realize that you're supposed to basically look for these magical music notes using these clues that you're given. Super, super high quality. I really enjoyed it. I think it's very pretty. It's super funny. Feels great. The only thing that kind of pissed me off about the game, it's so minor, is there is a challenge room in the game that from everything I could tell you have to beat to get out of it, which annoyed the absolute hell out of me for like 5 minutes. Didn't help that I was hungry. Okay. I got super mad, got out of the room. It took me several tries. Probably would have taken me less if I wasn't so pissed off at that point. But that's the only thing at all I have to say any kind of slight towards it. It's difficult, not incredibly. It's not like Celeste. If you played that a couple years ago, it's not that difficult, but it's definitely challenging.
I really like the music.
Yeah, the music is fantastic. I highly, highly recommend it if you're looking for kind of a Metroidvania, Ninja Gaiden-esque game. Very, very good. I finished Resident Evil 3 as well.
What'd you think?
Great game. I think that it's probably my third favorite Resident Evil game. Okay. I don't know if I like the first or second better, but yeah, I think it's the third one. It's a little short, but first of all, I think it is getting some back. People are saying it's 6 hours. That's not really true. At least in my playthrough, I had like 6 hours of in-game time where I was actively playing the game. But after cutscenes and stuff, it's probably a few hours longer.
Okay,
so it's probably somewhere between 9 to 11 hours after all said and done, depending on how long it takes you to beat it. It's still very pretty, like I said. It's very goofy. See, I consider Resident Evil super goofy, which is one of the reasons I like it a lot. And I think that one of the main premises of the game, I guess spoilers for this game for the next little bit, if you don't want to know anything about it, is you're being chased around by Nemesis, who's basically this big-ass zombie that evolves every time you fight him. And he comes back several times. If this game was like 20 hours long, it would honestly get old having to fight this. Because you already fight him like 5 or 6 times. And it would get super... I think it would get old if you had to fight him 20 or 30 times over the course of a super long game. And another thing I like about it is if you played Resident Evil 2, most of it takes place in a police station, and you kind of get to see parts of the events that led right up to Resident Evil 2. You see the cop that's the main cop, besides Leon, I guess, or one of the main cops in Resident Evil 2 running into the police station. I don't want to spoil what happens to him because it's super important in Resident Evil 2. But yeah, I think this game is absolutely great. I think it's, like I said, not as good as the other two, but for sure worth a replay.
Nice.
Or no, worth a play if you like those games. I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 8. Yeah, Resident Evil 8 whenever that comes out.
Okay.
Next year, according to all the leaks. Also played a couple of new games that I haven't played either at all, or I guess I played a little bit of both of these in the past. First up is I picked up BioShock. Got Last of Us off of my PC. I mean, I don't have access to Last of Us on PC. Although I wonder if it's on PS Now on PC. I don't know.
Probably.
But yeah, I deleted it off my PC. No, it's not on my PC, damn it.
PS4,
thank you.
PS4.
Although apparently The Last of Us 2 looks like it's way more fun to play than the first one. I don't know. I don't want to go back to it. Not anytime soon. Install BioShock, like I said. Immediately, that game is way better than The Last of Us. That game is way better than The Last of Us. I think that it's super fun. It's a survival horror-esque game, except it feels better to play than most survival horror games. There are these really, really interesting abilities that you use with, whether it's fire. You can almost use, if you watch Full Metal Alchemist, Roy Mustang, when he snaps, you have that ability, basically.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
You can shoot fire. You have telekinesis, and I'm only a couple hours into the game, and you already have these interesting abilities, and it's also like people like The Last of Us because it asks questions and tells an interesting story. Well, so does this game. It asks stories about utopia. What does it mean to be a utopia? I mean, like I said, I haven't gotten that far into it, so I don't know that much about it, but I know that that's obviously a theme because. Not Columbus, that's The Last of Us 3. Or, son of a bitch.
Little Sister.
What?
Little Sister? Isn't that her name?
There are little sisters, which I'm interested to figure out what exactly is the deal with the little sisters and the big daddies.
Whoa, I didn't know.
The big daddies are horrifying, by the way.
I didn't know there were multiples.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch. They're everywhere. Basically, the little sisters, I don't know much about them, but the big daddies are basically meant to protect the little sisters.
I knew that.
And they're horrifying. They will chase your ass down.
Wait, so you don't play the game as a big daddy or a little?
No, did you think you played as a big daddy?
Yeah, I thought you played the game as a big daddy and a little sister.
No. They're enemies, maybe. So basically, you crash land in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and there's this random building in the middle of the ocean. You have nowhere else to go because you're going to drown and die. So you swim up to the building, and it takes you down an elevator into Rapture. That's what it's called, Rapture.
Whoa, all I knew about this game going in was underwater city, Big Daddy, Little Sister, and then how terrifying they were in PlayStation All-Stars. So that was the basis. That was my baseline.
It's so weird that they were in PlayStation All-Stars.
They were strong as fuck.
But the Big Daddies are very scary. Like I said, they will chase you down. Really interested to play this game. Like I said, it's not only does it seem to have something to say, but it's also very, very fun. So I am very much enjoying that game. Also, not long before we started recording, I downloaded and started playing Civilization 6. If you don't know, Epic Game Store has been giving that away for free. And they gave it away for free last week, right?
Yes.
Until last Thursday?
I do believe. And
yeah.
Another big game is Under the Vault, too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying it. I played Civilization Revolution on the DS.
Oh, yeah, I remember you.
I want to say, which is, I think, kind of I don't want to say dumbed down, but
toned down.
More simple.
Yeah.
Version of Civilization.
It's toned down a little bit for the Switch.
And I think it needed, no, it was on the Switch, it was on the DS.
Oh, okay.
Civilization 6 is on the DS, the Switch.
That's what it is. Okay.
In fact, bought that game a couple years ago when it first came out on the Switch, and it just didn't play that well on the Switch. I know a lot of people like it. I think it has sold well on the Switch. I just realized that these are both 2K games.
Interesting.
But it didn't really click with me. I felt like you really needed a mouse and keyboard. So I was definitely excited when they came out, when Epic released this for free with some of the DLC, I think.
Yeah.
On PC. So I downloaded it, booted it up. For some reason, on my PC, there's no logo.
Yeah, me neither.
It just shows a folder, and it says Civilization. Looks like I stole it. It looks like I went on Pirate Bay.
You got a folder? I have a white icon.
No, it's just a white icon.
Okay.
Yeah, super weird. I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know why. I deleted it and reinstalled the shortcut. I didn't reinstall the game.
Okay, I was like,
I reinstalled the shortcut. It's only 9 gigs.
Yeah, it's small.
So I mean, it's pretty small for a modern AAA game.
I'm excited about that. I also added it to my account and installed it. I think that does remind me of my Civilization-esque game I've been playing. I didn't play any this week because I was waiting for the update that's going to happen tomorrow for Industries at Titan. We're finally getting roads, baby, which is pretty sweet, and transportation. So that's going to be way easier to move around the little ditties.
Well, I definitely don't have roads in Civilization yet.
I know. I was like, sweet. I finally get roads. I don't have to worry about my workers running across the whole map. I can just put them in trucks and send them, from here or there. They can move resources for me. I'm really excited about that. I will definitely be talking about that later. Obviously next podcast, because I didn't want to play it this week because there wasn't an update this week. But we're getting roads, and I'm pretty hyped for it. So
back to me.
Sorry, I just really had to tell somebody because I haven't tweeted about it, and I didn't want to flood my timeline with Industry of Titan stuff. So anyway, back to your Civilization. What kind of dictator are you?
Well, I'm not a dictator yet, at least. I chose the French woman. I can't think of her name. She had some spy stuff and some culture. So I thought that was kind of an interesting combination. You start out in Paris, of course, because you're French. And I'm on an estuary, I think is what it's called, where the ocean meets the river. Because, I think they recommend you start on a body of water. And I like it. I like it a lot. I think the game looks really good.
It does.
Especially on the PC. I didn't notice it that much on the Switch, but the Switch obviously is underpowered compared to the PC. I love the Switch, but it's not as powerful as a PC. One thing I've noticed is I'll send out my builders, and people just yoink them. Like, nope, they're on my side now. Oh, okay.
Maybe you gotta send them with a bodyguard or something.
I figured out you could do that, but also I didn't realize because at one point, just 1,000, what are they called? Barbarians just showed up at my doorstep. What do I do?
You gotta kill them, man.
Well, apparently, I think you can just pass turns and then eventually leave sometimes.
They do have a short attention span.
So sometimes they would just leave, and then this guy, I can't think of his name. He was talking about Vikings, so I guess he's from Norway. He was on my side. He killed a bunch of them. Then for some reason he got pissed off at me, and now he's not on my side.
You didn't give him none of that good.
So I don't know. I don't know what I did.
I love Civilization so much.
So I'm literally maybe 30 minutes to an hour in that game. So I just want to say I like it. It's pretty. It's interesting. It seems super, super deep. I think I chose normal difficulty, standard size for the world.
Or world, whatever.
So I'm excited about it.
Well, good luck to your conquest of global domination.
Oh, thank you. Moving on to some new games. First up on the docket, we have Warface Breakout. This is going to be on the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. It's available now. I think it came out last week, but I forgot to talk about it. I guess I just didn't see it. This is the, if you don't know, it's a CSGO-esque game, but it's for consoles only.
Yep. It apparently has really good knife play, a bunch of cool skins. So if you're looking for CSGO-ish.
If you're looking for CSGO game and you're not
PC gamer.
A PC gamer, you can check this out. I think it's $20
Yeah.
on the PlayStation and Xbox store. I was kind of surprised it wasn't free, but it's not. They're not a massive studio, so I can understand that.
Yeah, I can understand that too. Also, my thing is, I'm okay with the game being $20. $20.
I mean, charge whatever you want.
Exactly.
Some people got mad when Resident Evil 3 was $60. I picked it up for $45, like I've said in the past on the Green Man Gaming.
I love that site, man.
Website, but at the same time, it very obviously had a bunch of work put into it. It cost a lot of money, and I don't think it needed to be that long.
Exactly. Next up is going to be Clubhouse Games. Going to be available June 5th on the Nintendo Switch.
Have you gonna pick this up?
Nope.
How many games are on this? Like 50 or something?
Something. Probably 40, 50.
Yeah.
Huge.
This is the game that had all the different like solitaire and board games and card games.
Mahjong. Mahjong.
Mahjong. I think it's Mahjong.
And then I figured out that is just from playing Yakuza. Mahjong is just chess. It's just
Never played it.
It's literally. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding the game, but the way they explained it to me and the way the pieces move, it's fancy chess.
Fancy chess.
Yeah, I will say, damn, the minigames are so cool in that. Anyway, next up, 2K Switch games now.
The 2K games are on Switch now. Okay, so this is going to be the BioShock collection, the Borderlands collection, and the XCOM. XCOM 2 with the DLC is available on Switch now.
Nice. That's awesome. That's a sweet lineup. Silent Hill, Dead by Daylight, Pyramid Head, and Cheryl Mansion are labeled now.
Yeah, Pyramid Head is going to be the killer you can play, and Cheryl Manson is going to be, I guess, I don't know what they're called, the survivors?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe that you can play now. I don't know what they do. I guess they kill and survive.
Yep. It looks like a pretty good game. I haven't played it, but I do enjoy watching people play Silent Hill.
Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, the series that will just never die, is available now on your local Nintendo Switch.
I can't decide if I like this series or not. I can't decide if it's cool.
Everyone seems to like the first two, but none of the others. And maybe that's a lie, but I feel like that's what I've heard.
Yeah. It reminds me of a podcast I listened to about a serial killer that worked at a Chuck E. Cheese, but it was a video game. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
What?
It was a video game. It was called The Cabinet. It was a video game podcast I listened to, and one of the episodes they did is
So this wasn't the last podcast in the left.
It was not. It was The Cabinet. I unsubscribed to them. I don't know why. Maybe they're still doing shows. Anyway, so it's called The Cabinet. They did an episode about it was a Chuck E. Cheese, and the people claimed that the animatronic people came to life and killed a whole bunch of people, like 50 people inside the Chuck E. Cheese.
When was the last time 50 people were in a Chuck E. Cheese?
Dude, I don't know, okay? It's a story, and they claimed it was possessed by a ghost, and that's how the cops dealt with it, and all this other stuff. And that
sounds fake. Is this fake? Is this a...
I don't know.
You said it was a video game.
It was a video game podcast. It was like supposed to be like creepy, and they did this episode about Chuck E. Cheese because it's animatronic video games. I don't know. But Friday Night Freddy's made me think.
Friday Night Freddy's, that famous franchise.
That's right, Friday Night Freddy's.
Well, I know, or at least I think, that the franchise is at least somewhat based on a real event where a Chuck E. Cheese employee, killed several members of the staff.
Maybe that's what I'm confusing it with. Maybe they did an episode of that. It doesn't matter.
He didn't kill... I don't know. I don't want to go into it. Next up, it is wedding season in Animal Crossing. I don't even know what that means. Go check out the latest update from Animal Crossing. There's some wedding stuff.
Yes, it looks...
And some llamas.
I like llamas. Minecraft has llamas now. You can ride them, which is pretty badass. Also, they have parrots, but I'm not going to go down this hole.
They have what?
Parrots?
I saw a mod for Red Dead Redemption 2 where you can ride pigs.
Now that's badass. Oh, can you shoot while you're on the pig? Oh my gosh, just imagine. You go into what afterlife you think of, and they're like, how'd you die? Fucking cowboy killed me on a pig.
He's riding this pig.
Oh man, that's rough.
Go check out the Animal Crossing wedding season update. And then finally, Valorant is upon us. It has come out. By the time you are listening to this, it should be out on your PC. I'm sure I will eventually re-download this. I feel like there's at least a 50% chance. I guess I'll let you guys know if I do. It still looks fun, but also infuriating.
Yeah, it definitely brought up some very deep feelings with you. Very intense. I still probably won't play the game because I do not enjoy it whatsoever.
Moving on to the news. Okay, first up, of course, we had to talk about the most important news of the week. Jordan. According to Game Informer, Sonic is finally getting a sequel. The sequel that everyone knows that we need.
The only thing I want to see as a sequel is the original cut of the movie before they fixed it.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Maybe since the Snyder Cut is being put on HBO Max, maybe they can put the other abortion on there too.
Dude, I really want to see that monstrous Sonic. I'm okay with the sequel. I enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
I mean, of course. Have you seen it?
I have, yeah.
When Tails shows up at the end, of course. I mean, you kind of knew that if it was popular, it would have a sequel anyway.
Yeah.
But when they showed Tails and when they showed Robotnik looking like a Looney Tunes character, you knew that there was going to be a sequel.
It's like there has to be.
Apparently, this has a 93% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, good for
That's
them.
pretty good.
You know, that's Rotten Tomatoes. Movies live or die by their score.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking hate Rotten Tomatoes. So stupid. But yes.
I mean, it has its uses, for sure. Especially if you use it like you're supposed to use it. You know, Rotten Tomatoes isn't. I still think a lot of people think that Rotten Tomatoes is one guy reviewing all the movies, and not collaboration, but a compilation basically of a bunch of combined scores.
Yes, that would be that'd be hilarious if that was actually true. I don't know what I'd want to see.
We gotta see Knuckles. We gotta see
Amy.
We gotta see Tails, obviously. You gotta see that really crazy looking Robotnik that looked awesome. You gotta see Big the cat.
Really?
And his fishing pole.
Okay, so they're gonna throw in.
You gotta see that weird alligator guy, Creamy.
With
Cream the rabbit.
Yeah, Cream the rabbit. It's like Amy's friend, I guess, and then
A Chow. Maybe see some Chow.
Oh yeah, Chow
Go
Garden.
to the Chow Garden.
There you go.
Get that chill ass music. That boom 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 boom. Do 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 do. Should be a vocal artist.
That's right.
What do they call those singers?
There you go. You can go to voice.com to submit your.
Go to Fiverr.
That too. Do you need voiceovers? Do you need?
Is it voice.com?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Apparently, voice.com is where voice actors go to become up and coming voice actors, and you can submit dude apps and tillywax there to actually
Dude
get
apps
jobs.
and tillywax.
Yep, all in technical terms here, baby.
I liked the Sonic movie. I didn't love it. I thought that it got better as it went for sure. In the first few minutes, it was definitely more than a little cringy, but I think it got better. And I'll probably see a sequel.
Yes, I'll definitely see a sequel because it was enjoyable. I think that if they iron out Sonic's power level, sometimes he can dodge a whole bunch of stuff, but sometimes he gets hit by a trank dart. So it kind of just seems,
Well,
you know,
it's a comedy. First of all, second of all, it kind of makes sense because he wasn't from there. He was surprised, yada yada yada. I guess.
I know, but
it's mainly a comedy.
True. Can't believe Donut King, Donut Lord shot him with a tranquilizer.
Donut Lord. I would not have remembered if you asked me what he called him.
Donut Lord and Yoga Queen. I think that was her name.
Yoga Queen?
Donut King.
Yeah, his wife.
His wife, yeah. She does yoga or whatever.
Okay.
Or Popcorn Lady. I can't remember her name. Doesn't matter.
Okay, got some Summer Game Fest news. We got a schedule, basically. It's a big schedule, too. I didn't realize, dude, they're all this week.
Come again?
PS5 event, which unfortunately got postponed because of a lot of the events going on. I don't want to get political at all here, really, because I don't honestly know very much about it. But it did get delayed. It was going to be on June 4th. They're going to talk about a bunch of PS5 stuff. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is, oh my gosh. Okay, at least it starts this week. Which I'm excited for, but it's also a lot. It means that we're going to have a lot of big episodes coming up. So the next thing, which is going to be on June the 6th, is that Guerrilla Collective.
Oh, yeah. I'm pulling up a different website because the one that I was looking at said that it's only for mobile. So
Wait, what?
It was
the website's only.
That's what.
I have never heard of that in my life.
That's what it was giving me over here. So yeah, this site was designed for portrait mode. Please rotate your device to view.
I mean, wait, portrait.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what Summer Games.
There's no landscape mode.
SummerGamesFest.com. That's what it's.
I'm on, buddy. I don't know if you're on the right website because I'm on SummerGamesFest.com and it is absolutely fine. You say games with an S or games, G-A-M-E?
G-A-M-E.
I don't know what you did, but mine's fine.
We'll be right back. Well, that was a comical fix. It's literally just had to make the Firefox window a smidgen bigger, and
I feel
it
like you
worked
need
just fine.
the Curb Your Enthusiasm music right there.
Exactly. But man, oh man, this is going to be a huge festival. I forgot that it was going all the way through August.
Yep.
It is going to be sweet. What's going to be coming on? Obviously, we talked about how the PS5 is going to be postponed.
Not the PS5.
Sorry.
PS5 conference.
Thank you for the clarification and correction. I appreciate it. I will say it's a simple thing, but I really like the add to calendar button. I like the fact you can add it to your Apple, Google, or Outlook calendar.
Oh, that's what that third one is.
Yeah, you can just add it to those, and so you can keep your. I like that. Coming on June 6th, though, is going to be the PC Gaming Show, which is obviously going to be.
Also, we talked about the Guerrilla Collective. We didn't talk about that.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Rolling back. So June 6th is going to be the.
June 6th is going to be 3 big shows.
Yes. June 6th. I guess we can just name them all and then go through and talk about each individual one. June 6th, Guerrilla Collective, PC Gaming Show. And finally, wrapping up June 6th is going to be Future Games Show.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the Guerrilla Collective for a second.
Yeah, so it's going to be bringing us looks at the new Baldur's Gate 3, as well as some more stuff that we don't really know what else they're going to be covering.
I think this was the indie one that they're going to have more indies at.
I think so, if I remember right.
And then this massive game that people have been waiting 20 years for.
Yes, which is...
Looks awesome. I haven't played the first two. I kind of want to. You can get them pretty cheap, I've noticed.
I've heard they're pretty cheap. One, this game looks phenomenal. And two, I like that there's like squid, octopus, billy people. Like, that looks interesting. The cultisms, and that's about it.
I didn't realize that it had... stuff with the occult and Cthulhu and stuff in there. It's interesting.
I love Cthulhu and
I think it's way overdone, but it could still be cool if it's done well.
That's true. Steam keeps telling me that Call of Cthulhu is on sale, and I keep telling Steam, look, I didn't mean to put
the board game or a video game.
It's something HP hard Lovecraft that they did that's supposed to be good, but the reviews are kind of iffy, and I'm like, listen. I like Lovecraft. I like what he does. But
he doesn't do anything. He's been dead for 100 years.
I know.
He doesn't do any of the stuff that you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm like, Steam. I didn't mean to put this on my dream list, on my wish list. I just haven't taken it off. Stop telling me about it. Anyway, the PC Gaming Show, which is obviously PC Gamer, if you didn't know, is going to be a look at the upcoming PC games and more announcements from them.
I remember last year when we watched this, it was actually really fun to watch.
Yeah, I love the PC Gaming Show. It's probably one of my favorites, especially because sometimes they throw in stuff in there and you're thinking, I didn't even know I wanted this or know I needed this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But this is insane. I'm really curious to see if they're going to announce any new graphics cards or anything like that. Granted, I'm not going to go out, rush and buy them or anything, but it's really interesting to see the battle between Intel and AMD. Obviously, they're both doing really well right now as far as processors and stuff. Not going to get too nerdy as far as...
I'm sure they're not going to talk about much of that stuff at the show either.
Probably not. But that's definitely one I'm looking forward to.
The Future Game Show, I think this is being put on by Games Radar, if I remember correctly. We don't know much about this show, except that it's going to be talking about games, I think.
Yeah, it does say right above that icon that it is going to be presented by Games Radar, so we can look forward to that. June 8th is going to be just only one on that docket is going to be Upload VR Showcase Summer Edition.
I've never heard of this.
Me neither, but for all you VR gamers out there, this is going to be the one for y'all.
Yeah, maybe they'll finally unveil. Well, I know some people have said that Half-Life Alyx was the killer app. Some people even said that Resident Evil 7 was the killer app, which came out years ago. So I'm sure, I still think VR has a lot of potential, and this will surely give us some hint towards that.
Most definitely. June 9th is going to be...
Yes.
I was trying to think of a word, I guess double teamed by the Steam Game Festival Summer Edition, as well as the World of Warcraft Shadowlands.
Well, the Steam Game Festival is going to be going from June the 9th through the 14th.
That is correct. Obviously, they're going to be doing the play and wish list games again, where you can play the games that are on your wish list before you buy them. I
What?
think that's what they did last year, where you could some of the games that are on your wish list, you could play them for a certain period of time before you bought them.
Are you making that up?
I don't think I am,
Okay, I've just never heard of that.
but Steam is always doing.
You said
great-
obviously, so I was like, oh, I didn't know.
I think Steam is always doing stuff, and it's hard to keep my mind wrapped around with. Who knows? Maybe they'll release something really cool. But I like all the stuff Steam does. I still don't understand the whole Steam trading cards, but apparently it's
Just like an achievement system.
I mean, I get that, but there's a whole currency for it. Like, people will trade for them. It's insane. If you have rare ones, I guess. Anyway, also on June 9th, and just June 9th, like I spoke about before, is going to be World of Warcraft Shadowlands.
This is just going to be an update for Shadowlands.
Yeah, from the developers team. They're going to let us know more about whatever Shadowlands is. I'm not a WoW boy, so I don't know anything else. I assume that there'll be probably a badass Blizzard cinematic, get people hyped, maybe a new level cap for the characters, maybe some new raids.
I have no idea. I know nothing about
That's-
World of Warcraft, and I don't want to even attempt to go down that rabbit hole. On June 11th is the Cyberpunk 2077 event titled Night City Wire. It just says on the website, tune in for a special broadcast on Cyberpunk 2077 from CD Projekt Red. I am very excited for that game. Also on that day is going to be EA Play. Obviously, they're going to be revealing EA games, EA DLC, etc., and so on. Check that out. And then the next event isn't until June the 22nd.
Which is going to be titled the Developer Showcase, which is going to be curated by the Day of the Devs and the Game Awards. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Looking into some of the larger scale projects that are going to be coming later this year and probably into next year, just kind of seeing what they're going to be rolling out.
Yeah, you want to just run through some of these quick?
Yeah. June 23rd is going to be the New Game Plus Expo. June 24th is going to be Marvel Avengers War Table. It's going to have new gameplay and details on the Marvel Avenger. June 27th is going to be Bit Summit Gaiden, which is going to be an upcoming look at some Japanese independent games.
Next up, TennoCon. I guess they're considering TennoCon a part of this. Is going to be happening on July 11th. Ubisoft Forward, which is just a Ubisoft event, is going to be on July 12th. Developer Showcase. They're going to have another Developer Showcase in July, on July the 20th, which is once again going to be Day of the Devs and the Game Awards.
And rolling into August is going to be August 30th is going to be Gamescom 2020 Best of Show.
Oh, this is just Gamescom.
Yeah, it's just Gamescom. August 29th, Gamescom 2020 Daily Show plus Awesome Indies. 28th is going to be Gamescom Daily Show. And August 27th is going to be Gamescom Opening Night.
It's weird.
Live.
They have these backwards. All the others go from
Yeah.
newest to furthest, or nearest to furthest, and this one goes the opposite. I'm looking forward to Gamescom as always. I'm sure there'll be some new and interesting games that are released.
Yeah, it's going to be a sweet summer, sweet time of events, announcements, and whatnot. Obviously, we will bring you all the cool news.
This the next story apparently was also a part of the Summer Game Fest,
Okay, yeah.
which is basically League of Legends Wild Rift. If you don't know, it is the mobile and console version of League of Legends. They
changed up a little bit of the coding with some of the heroes and stuff. Some of them have been reworked completely, and some of them play exactly how they play on PC. But they did have to tweak some stuff for obviously being played on a mobile device. They do talk about how they want, going into beta, they want feedback. They want this to be an amazing experience for everyone. They want this to be a stepping stone for people to be able to get into playing League with their friends. And they also speak on how the matches are going to be between 15 to 20 minutes, which
is supposed to be like half the time that a League of Legends match takes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so. I will say that this was all the information they released in the trailer.
They didn't release a release date or anything?
No, they did just tell us that the alpha test is starting in the Philippines on June 6th.
Interesting.
But that's all they really said.
Speaking of alpha tests, I still haven't gotten an invite to the Artifact
Me neither,
beta.
man. They just released a patch or a fix to the campaign apparently today, and I can't play it. And I was like, thanks, Artifact. I mean,
Didn't even know there was a campaign.
yeah. So they talked about how you will need. They did clarify that you will need, if you're going to be playing on iOS, you'll need a iPhone 6 or better to play this game, just so that people are aware.
They gave like the Android specs. And they didn't say like a year or anything like that.
They just gave the Android specs, the launch minimum specs for Android. If you were curious, I guess I'll just run through these real quick. CPU 4-core, 1.5 gigahertz above, 32-bit or 64 processors. RAM is going to be 1.5 gigs or above. Resolution is going to be 1280 by 720. And then,
are you at all interested in this?
I'm a little bit more interested in it now that I've played Runeterra, and it's got me kind of dipping my toes in the league more than they usually do. I'm kind of interested in playing some of the characters I like playing in Runeterra in this. I might try it out just to try it out. I don't think I'm going to become a League of Legends player or anything like that. But I'll definitely try it out just to,
I mean, I'm always looking for a new competitive experience to get tilted at.
Yeah, so if you want to go check this out, definitely just go to YouTube and check this out, because obviously with it being Riot, it was very well produced. It gives us a lot of information.
Neither one of us know that much about MOBAs in general.
True.
I did play the what's it called?
Smite?
No, it's the mobile one. I don't know if it's on PC or not.
Oh,
Apple hyped it up.
it starts with a V. Not Vindictus. Not Valorant. Not. I know what you're talking about. Know what it's called. I can't remember.
I got
the
my
name.
phone right here. Let's look it up.
Oh yeah.
You said it starts with a V?
I do believe it starts with a V. I played it here and there for a little bit.
I just typed in V and it didn't.
Okay.
Maybe I should have put a little more into it.
Maybe VA, VE, maybe? Playing a little guessing game, playing Hangman. Let's see. Is it not Vindictus? That's a Nexon game.
You already said that?
What is it
I'm
called?
about to give up because I don't really care.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Anyway, I played a MOBA, and I did like it. I didn't get super in depth in it because I never really felt super attached to the characters or super like I knew what I was doing. So maybe this will get me hooked onto the mobile version, which will get me hooked onto the PC version. You never know. I'm sure that's what they want.
Yeah, most definitely. I am interested to see what they're going to do with it, but all in all, looks like Riot's still taking strides to go in the right direction.
What?
I said it just looks like Riot's.
Oh, Riot.
Yeah, what did I say?
I think you said Ryan.
No.
I was like, what do you mean?
No, I'm just saying that Riot is still they're still doing great things. They haven't flopped. When a studio comes out and says they're making a first-person shooter, a card game, a smaller baby MOBA, and everything else, you start to think, can they really do this? And so far, they've shown that they're doing a pretty dang good job at it. So,
all right, next up, we got more events, basically. IGN has released their schedule. Okay, so here we go. More announcements for announcements. On June 5th, there was going to be a pre-show charity stream, which is going to involve a Resident Evil 3 speedrun. Go check that out. There's also going to be not one, not two, but 3 unannounced game reveals. There's going to be a trailer for Werewolf the Apocalypse, whatever the hell that is. There's going to be some kind of a block. What the hell? Is that a game?
Yeah, apparently there's going to be gameplay for Blanco's Block Party, Mortal Shell, Observer System Redux.
I'm actually super excited for
Mortal Shell.
Mortal Shell because I think that's a FromSoft game.
I think so, yeah.
So I'm definitely excited about that. Also, Samurai Jack Battle Through Time and Spellbreak are both going to be receiving gameplay as well.
Cool. Spellbreak.
I thought Spellbreak already came out.
I think it's maybe in beta.
Like a while back.
I'm not sure. They sent me an email the other day wanting me to play their game.
That's the Magical Battle Royale, right?
Yeah, Magical Battle Royale.
I thought it looked kind of bad, but I thought it was already out.
Who knows? June 6th is going to be a charity stream with obviously partners and such. June 7th is going to be another publisher showcase.
No, that's a speedrunner. What are you talking about?
Oh, my bad. I read that wrong.
It's blurry. It's not that blurry.
Listen,
it's a Fallout speedrun.
I'm really glad you can read this.
And there's gonna, unless you skipped, because it does say partner and publisher showcase, but above that, it says It's another pre-show charity stream.
Man, I'm
They're
glad.
having a lot of like speedrunners and stuff as well.
Well, I'm glad you can read this. I'm starting to make it out. My eyes are adjusting to it. It's going to be, also, after that, stream is going to be, looks like the PC Gaming Show, which is going to be the Guerrilla Collective Showcase Day 1.
Wait, where are you seeing this?
Underneath June 6th. I'm realizing that, isn't this just...
Oh, that's the Partner and Publisher Showcase.
Yeah. I'm realizing that, isn't this just a more broke down version
I
of...
don't know.
Okay.
Because some of this is part of the game.
But some of it's IGN
Some
stuff.
of it's IGN exclusive. It's
Got it.
really weird.
It is really weird. Continuing on to June 7th is going to be another publisher showcase, Guerrilla Collective Showcase Day 2. So Guerrilla's apparently got a lot of stuff to show. They get 2 days.
June 8th, again, there's going to be a charity stream. There's going to be another publisher showcase. Gee, I don't really want to even read all this. It's just a bunch of shit. There's trailers for Chivalry 2, Duel Universe, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Wasteland 3, something just called XIII. I mean, this is just a bunch of shit. No offense to any of these games, they could be amazing, but so you're going to get previews for Borderlands 3, The Waylanders gameplay for Forgotten City, Second Extinction. Going to be an interview with David Hayter. If you don't know, that is the voice actor, the original voice actor for Metal Gear Solid Snake. And then I'm just honestly just banging through this at this point. On June 9th, there's going to be another charity stream. There's going to be trailers for 13 Sentinels, Everspace 2, Guilty Gear Strive. The game looks awesome. Humble Bundle Indie Showcase, and Strongfield Warlords.
Continuing on, there's going to be gameplay for Everspace 2, New World, Skater XL, why can't it be Skate 4, and Soulless Crown of the Magister, as well as Total War Troy and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
I've never even heard of most of this stuff.
I've heard of New World and Yakuza, but other than that, yeah, not much either. Also, there's going to be, continuing on June 9th, there's going to be previews for Blue Fire and Humankind.
And then there's going to be an interview with Brian Fargo, who is the founder of Blizzard, I guess.
Yeah, discussing that and what we could look forward to with Wasteland 1, apparently.
Holy shit, there's so much. CD Projekt Red, Live Stream, EA Play Live. This is more stuff to do with the game, the summer game. I think there's going to be gameplay for Humankind. Wait, isn't that game that came? No, that's Humankind Odyssey.
I think so, yeah.
That's a different game.
Different game.
Remnant from the Ashes, I guess, is getting more stuff.
Yep, June 12th is just going to be a charity stream with iGillian, Celebrity Tours, and Animal Crossing, New Horizons.
I don't even know if I want to reread this. There's just a lot of shit that's going to be streamed from IGN. That's most of the big stuff. There's going to be, on June 24th, I did want to say that there's going to be a publisher showcase for Marvel's The Avengers.
Okay, yeah, nice.
So go check that out. Of course, we will be. There's honestly some stuff we didn't even get to. There's a lot. There's a ton of stuff. I don't want to spend an hour reading through all this shit. We'll bring you all the stuff that they announce at this stuff. I'm sorry this has been a lot of announcements, but we also know that a lot of people like to watch this stuff live. So, of course, go check that out. And then come back here and listen to our thoughts. I'm just going to move past that story. No offense to the story. It's just a list. And I don't want to spend too much time on it. We already probably spent too much time. Moving on to a story that is actually interesting. Game Rant has announced that there is a rumor that Jak and Daxter remake may be no. Did I say announced? Probably. Okay, so here we go. More announcements for announcements. On June 5th, there was going to be a pre-show charity stream, which is going to involve a Resident Evil 3 speedrun. Go check that out. There's also going to be not one, not two, but 3 unannounced game reveals. There's going to be a trailer for Werewolf the Apocalypse, whatever the hell that is. There's going to be some kind of a block. What the hell? Is that a game?
Yeah, apparently there's going to be gameplay for Blanco's Block Party, Mortal Shell, Observer System Redux.
I'm actually super excited for
Mortal Shell.
Mortal Shell, because I think that's a FromSoft game.
I think so, yeah.
So I'm definitely excited about that. Also, Samurai Jack Battle Through Time and Spellbreak are both going to be receiving gameplay. as well.
Cool. Spellbreak.
I thought Spellbreak already came out
I think it's maybe in beta.
a while back.
I'm not sure. They sent me an email the other day wanting me to play their game.
That's the
Battle
Battle Royale, right?
Yeah, Magical Battle Royale.
I thought it looked kind of bad, but I
Yeah,
thought it was already out.
No, who knows? June 6th is going to be a charity stream with obviously partners and such. June 7th is going to be another publisher showcase.
No, that's a speedrunner. What are you talking about?
Oh, my bad. I read that wrong.
It's blurry. It's not that blurry.
Listen,
it's a
man.
Fallout speedrun.
I'm really glad you can read this.
And there's unless you skipped, because it does say partner and publisher showcase, but above that, it says it's another pre-show charity stream.
Man,
They're having a lot of like speedrunners and stuff as well.
Well, I'm glad you can read this. I'm starting to make it out. My eyes are adjusting to it. It's going to be, also, after that, stream is going to be, looks like the PC Gaming Show, which is going to be the Guerrilla Collective Showcase Day 1.
Wait, where are you seeing this?
Underneath June 6th. I'm realizing that, isn't this just...
Oh, that's the partner and publisher showcase.
Yeah. I'm realizing that, isn't this just...
Has reported on a rumor originally reported on at, not Reddit, 4chan, saying that there was going to be a Jak and Daxter remake around the PS5 launch, titled, as I can find it, the Jak and Daxter Re-Trilogy.
Excuse me, you caught me in the middle of like a hiccup burp thing. This would be cool. I'd be okay with this. I'd like this. I'd also wouldn't mind a Ratchet and Clank.
You haven't even beaten Sly Cooper on your Vita. Got him.
He really did. That was yes. I have not. I need to go back and play it. I know I keep saying that. I keep not showing my Vita love. Somebody. I just need to give it to somebody. You know. I'm not showing it love. I just don't. Yeah. But yes, this would be awesome. I love Jak and Daxter. I played all three of them. There's some badass levels, some badass guns. This duo is so funny to see them pal around together.
They were always my third seed, I guess you could say, because I liked Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper better.
Oh,
I played all of the Ratchet and Clank games up through the PS3, and then I played the one on PS4. I played all the Sly Cooper games, and this is all like the main games. I didn't play the weird mini games and stuff. But I don't think I played the first Jak and Daxter. I don't even know if I played the second one or the third one.
You did play the Dexter for PSP?
Yeah, I played Daxter on the PSP.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Yeah.
PSP. Now the big question is, did you see the Ratchet and Clank movie?
I did not. I heard that was very mediocre. I heard it was basically a worse version of the PS4 remake, which is amazing. And I know there's been some rumors that Ratchet and Clank is coming back. I would absolutely love that.
Me too. I love both of these games. Franchises, I guess. Series. Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. I'm 100% on board.
See, another thing about this rumor that I haven't mentioned yet is that the rumor has Bluepoint making it. If you don't know, Bluepoint made the Shadow of the Colossus remake, and they've been heavily rumored to be working on several different things depending on who you ask. The prevailing thought is that it's going to be a Demon's Souls remake, which has not been remade at all. It hasn't been worked on. I'm sure that you can get mods on it on PC, but I don't even know if it's available on PC because I think it was a PS3 exclusive. I'm sure you can emulate it somehow, but as far as getting it, I guess legally, so to speak.
Coming from someone that really loved the Shadow of Colossus remake, I only ever played the demo and then played, I think I actually only played the demo and then jumped into the remake of 2017. Loved it. Great. It was awesome.
I don't know if I would want Bluepoint to make, if they were only going to make one game, I think I would rather them remake Demon's Souls just because Jak and Daxter had a remake on the PS3, I believe. Mm-hmm. And I think that because of the type of game it is, it's probably aged better because it is a super colorful, fun, goofy platformer. And Dark Souls is a very precise action RPG, but it has a lot of grays, a lot of darks, and has not aged, at least visually. I haven't played it as well, in my opinion, as Jak and Daxter.
Okay. I can see where you're coming from.
But also, I would love to see a Jack and Daxter game that looked as good as the PlayStation 4 Ratchet and Clank. That would be incredible.
Especially on next-gen hardware, on a big, fat, juicy 8K
man.
TV. Oh, that'd be awesome.
This next story, Jordan, is all you, man. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid has got some news.
You know, it's one of those things where I played online, played ranked, thought I was doing real good, real big man. Won one match, got smoked on the rest. I'm talking about bent over, Bane, Batman style.
How long did you play?
I played for like a day.
Okay.
Like a not a full day.
So you've got all the text down and
I got
everything?
all the text down. That game is something else online. It is. I guess everybody's balanced. I'm not sure. I can't really speak to that.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about that game.
But looks like this is gonna be the first fighting game that's gonna be cross-platform across all 5 platforms, which is god awful. Why? I mean, I get it.
So Power Rangers Battle for the Grid tweeted out, "We are the Power Rangers. Expect the Ranger Nation to grow as PRBFTG, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, will be available for Stadia Pro subscribers starting June. Another online game on Stadia. Wonder how that'll work out. That'll make us the first fighting game with full crossplay for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and Stadia." Damn, that's actually pretty impressive and a pretty big milestone.
Yes. Also, this is a sweet game. I'm a nostalgic Power Rangers fan. I don't have, like a back tattoo or a mural or anything like that, but I do enjoy Power Rangers. I like what they've been doing with the game. I don't play it very often, mostly because fighting games are one of those things where I give the money to the developers, play it for a little bit, forget that I bought it, and then remember my shame of spending a little bit too much money on fighting games, and they're just going to sit there sometimes.
I'm definitely with you on that.
And also, I keep thinking, I'm sure this is super fun for kids to roll up, scrap up with their friends on some Power Rangers Switch Battle Downs.
Some what?
Some battled up Switch Battle Downs. It's just some phrase I made up right now on the fly. I'm just trying to roll into the fact that Switch Online sucks.
I wonder how it compares to Stadia.
Oh my gosh, I can't even.
I want to see that video. No clip, do that video.
Oh god, I can't even imagine. That is pretty cool though, to just be able to say, "Hey man, this is on all platforms."
Which you can't even play Apex Legends cross-platform at all. I don't think.
No, you can't.
Which is insane.
So I will say that this is even playing. I'm playing on I'm playing on Steam actually.
I wonder how it runs on Game Pass.
I don't know, but playing on Steam, it's pretty good. There was some lag here and there, and also I am hardwired into my PC, so there was some lag here and there, which kind of sucked. I wasn't too hot about it.
How long ago did you play?
3 months.
Okay, so I think they've been updating their game fairly consistently.
Yeah, I will say there's a style for everybody. They don't have all my favorite characters in there, but they have a Ninja Storm. They
got Draven.
No. Do they have Draven? Which one's Draven again?
I don't know very much about him. I just know he looks cool.
What color is he?
I think he's a White Ranger, maybe?
Mm-mm. I wish they'd put
Do they have any of the White Rangers? They don't have the White Ranger. They have the Green Ranger.
They have the White Mystic Force Ranger.
I don't know.
She uses ice.
I'm not a nerd.
Okay,
Remember.
sorry. I'm realizing that I know a little bit too much about.
I really, really, really want to read the Power Rangers comic books because I've heard
it's good.
So many good things. I'm probably going to read those fairly soon.
I will say this does have a really good story. I didn't obviously finish it because I jumped into different universes and mythos and other things. I enjoyed the story. Coming from a nooblet when it comes to fighting games, I like the fighting. It feels good. Kudos to them for being able to make it all cross-platform. Hopefully, they'll be able to iron out all the weirdness when it comes to Wi-Fi, and if you're playing on a mobile hotspot, if you're playing on Stadia, God help you.
Who in the hell is playing a fighting game on a mobile hotspot?
Crazy man. Crazy person.
Got a couple of Quantic Dream stories, though. If we move on real quick, the first one coming from Twinfinite, they were saying that Quantic Dream has teased an a quote, so I got to put the quotes in there. Exciting new project in development.
Oh.
Sorry, I said yep really, really weirdly. They said, quote, we remain, what?
There's a no.
Has reported on a rumor originally reported on at, not Reddit, 4chan, saying that there was going to be a Jak and Daxter remake around the PS5 launch titled, as I can find it, the Jak and Daxter Re-Trilogy.
Excuse me, you caught me in the middle of like a hiccup burp thing. This would be cool. I'd be okay with this. I'd like this. I'd also wouldn't mind a Ratchet and Clank.
You haven't even beaten Sly Cooper on your Vita. Got him.
He really did. That was yes. I have not. I need to go back and play it. I know I keep saying that. I keep not showing my Vita love. Somebody, I just need to give it to somebody. You know, I'm not showing it love. I just don't. Yeah. But yes, this would be awesome. I love Jak and Daxter. I played all 3 of them. There's some badass levels, some badass guns. This duo is so funny to see them pal around together.
They were always my third seed, I guess you could say, because I liked Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper better.
Oh.
I played all of the Ratchet and Clank games up through the PS3, and then I played the one on PS4. I played all the Sly Cooper games, and this is all like the main games. I didn't play the weird mini games and stuff. But I don't think I played the first Jak and Daxter. I don't even know if I played the second one or the third one.
You did play the Dexter for PSP?
Yeah, I played Daxter on the PSP.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Yeah.
PSP. Now the big question is, did you see the Ratchet and Clank movie?
I did not. I heard that was very mediocre. I heard it was basically a worse version of the PS4 remake, which is amazing. And I know there's been some rumors that Ratchet and Clank is coming back. I would absolutely love that.
Me too. I love both of these games. Franchises, I guess. Series. Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. I'm 100% on board.
See, another thing about this rumor I haven't mentioned yet is that the rumor has Bluepoint making it. If you don't know, Bluepoint made the Shadow of the Colossus remake, and they've been heavily rumored to be working on several different things depending on who you ask. The prevailing thought is that it's going to be a Demon's Souls remake, which has not been remade at all. It hasn't been worked on. I'm sure that you can get mods on it on PC, but I don't even know if it's available on PC. Because I think it was a PS3 exclusive. I'm sure you can emulate it somehow. But as far as getting it, I guess, legally, so to speak.
Coming from someone that really loved the Shadow of Colossus remake, I only ever played the demo and then played... I think I actually only played the demo and then jumped into the remake of 2017. Loved it. Great. It was awesome.
I don't know if I would want Bluepoint to make... If they were only going to make one game, I think I would rather them remake Demon's Souls, just because Jak and Daxter had a remake on the PS3, I believe. Mm-hmm. And I think that's... David Cage went on to say, quote, we remain game creators, of course, and we're working on many exciting new projects we cannot talk about yet. But there's a lot going on at the studio, end quote. He then later said that he later said in the live stream that he was streaming that it would be, quote, soon, speaking about when they will hear more, or we will hear more about the project that they are working on. And then also, still leading on to Quantic Dream. Every Quantic Dream will be available on Steam next month.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yep. Quantic Dream tweeted out, quote, finally, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human are coming to Steam on June 28th. You can download free demos if you go to Quantic Dream's official Twitter account for all 3 games, Heavy Rain, Detroit, and Beyond Human.
I still am debating on playing Detroit or not. I haven't. I own it.
Wait, did I say Detroit? I said Detroit and Beyond Human. That's the same game.
Detroit
Beyond Human and Beyond Two Souls. I never played any of these games. I watched a playthrough of Detroit Beyond Human, and it looked kind of cool, but kind of too long. And I've heard really good things about Heavy Rain.
I think I also have Heavy Rain. Probably got it on my PlayStation for something. And yeah, that's awesome though. I love when things come to PC. You can play them. If it's great.
I know people really like those games, especially the first one.
Yeah.
I know that Beyond Two Souls is kind of pretty heavily criticized.
I don't know much about that game.
I think it's got Willem Dafoe in it, which is weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That made me think of, I want to play a video game with Woody Harrelson in it. I don't know what kind of game it would be or anything like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was in some weird early 2000s game.
Wait, doesn't Zombieland 2 have a video game? Maybe.
I have no idea. I forgot that was a movie.
I liked it.
I love the first one.
It was really good. I think you'd like the second one.
Turns out Amazon France has become the new Walmart Canada.
Yeah?
According to Game Rant, they have leaked yet more upcoming games. It looks really weird the way it was leaked. There's basically just a list. It says Bethesda, 3 on PC, 2 on PS4, 3 on Switch, 2 on Xbox One.
Capcom, 1 on PC, 1 on Switch.
It's really weird. It's the same thing for Konami. 1 on PC, 1 on Switch. Square Enix, 3 on PC, 2 on PS4, 2 on Switch, 1 on Xbox One. Take-Two, 2 on PS4, 1 on Switch, 3 on Xbox One.
Warner Brothers, 1 on PS4, 2 on Switch, 2 on Xbox One. Ubisoft, 2 on PC, 3 on PS4, 2 on Switch, and 3 on Xbox One.
Just really weird. I haven't really seen
a breakdown listing list like that?
No, not a leak.
Yeah, me neither. It's thank you, Amazon France.
I guess. That's such a strange leak.
It really is. Also, there was a Last of Us 2 State of Play. You can check that out.
Oh yeah. I think I spoke about that earlier a little bit, but yeah, there was a 30-minute State of Play, I think.
Yeah, they show some gameplay and such. That's all I'm assuming is in there because I personally haven't watched it because, excuse me,
you don't want any. You want to be completely blind, right?
I really do. I've seen the trailer, and I know the release date. I hit the pre-order button, but other than that, I'm trying to go in pretty blind, which is pretty sweet. Just like I did with the first one. If I can, I think if it's a game I'm wholeheartedly interested in, I think I'm going to start trying to go in pretty blind.
Oh, yeah, I always like to do that. It's definitely, I think it's definitely better.
It's really, and I think that's what I'm excited about. I keep thinking and going back to Yakuza, but it's just because I'm enjoying it so much. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the story, especially to see, what's his name? Haruko?
Joel?
No, the Yakuza boy. Yakuza
Kiryu?
man. Yeah, him. I'm excited to see what his journey is going to be.
I thought you were talking about The Last of Us.
I transitioned into Yakuza because I'm addicted. But yes.
Addicted, you're only on Chapter 2.
Yes. Chapter 2, Yakuza 0. Keep that in mind, people. I'm this addicted on Chapter 2, Episode 0. But yes, I am excited for The Last of Us 2. I want to see what's going to happen story-wise. But yes, if you want to check that out, go to PlayStation YouTube and you can watch The Last of Us State of Play.
You excited for the Kingdom Hearts Disney Plus show?
You know, if it's anything like the Remind DLC, they can keep it. I'm not going to watch it.
That's so harsh.
But if it's Kingdom Hearts, I'm probably going to end up indulging in it like I have every other Kingdom Hearts thing.
Yes.
It's one of those things, man. It's bittersweet. I'm definitely addicted to the Kingdom Hearts mythos.
Whatever the hell the mythos is.
Exactly. No, but I could not explain that timeline to somebody. But yes, there was a leak that there's a possible Kingdom Hearts TV show in development for Disney Plus.
According to Skylar Schuler on Twitter, it said being tagged in Jeremy's post, which I believe Jeremy is the original leaker. Is that right?
I believe so, yeah, if I'm following the story correctly.
He said, so here's what I know. Kingdom Hearts will be a Disney Plus series, not a movie. It's going to be animated, CG style. Disney voice-over actors are expected to reprise their roles. Jim Cummings, Bill Farmer, and Tony Anselmo? I'm not sure. And then he links to okay, so Jeremy Conrad said, yes, it's true. And he got tagged in Skylar got tagged in Jeremy's tweet. That's
There
what
you
ended
go.
up happening.
Sometimes Twitter linkage.
Jeremy Conrad is a influencer. I kind of hate that word, but so he does have some clout. Something called Disney. Oh my gosh, Disney Insider. That's what Skylar is.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so they talk about how I'm glad it's not going to be live action.
Yes, that would be horrible. I cannot imagine how bad that would be.
Heart, Kingdom, but no.
They got to get Haley Joel Osment to do the live action version.
Yeah, that'd be something. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'll probably watch it. I hope it's good.
I want it to be goofy, man. Goofy and silly and fun and BA.
Yes.
So I want it to be.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be out before Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, man, you never know. I'm glad. Normally, I don't really like CG, but since that is kind of Kingdom Hearts style, I would much prefer it to be kind of traditionally animated. But Kingdom Hearts it's a video game, so it might look weird if you had to watch a big long series that was animated differently than Kingdom Hearts. Although
Yes.
if it looked good, I would be all for it.
Now, just spitballing here, what would you want to see as far as the story goes?
I have no idea.
I'm thinking
Something that clues us in on what the hell is going on in this dumbass series.
I'm thinking maybe parents' reaction to their children leaving the island, or what it's like when they first got to the island.
No one gives a shit about the island.
I do.
No.
Maybe their parents weren't ever real. Who knows? I mean,
They are anime characters, so their parents are probably dead.
yeah. Oh man, this got the balls rolling now.
I'm glad that it seems like they're gonna get original voice actors. They're not just gonna get some schmuck.
Yeah, they're not just like, hey man, you got an okay voice. Come do this for us. Come
Yeah, Disney or not Disney, but Kingdom Hearts has always had a very strange track record with who they do and do not get. Because, like they got, what's his name? The guy who plays Hades in Hercules.
Oh, I couldn't name him.
I can't think of his name, but they got him. But
Yeah.
then they didn't get Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
So but then they got Haley Joel Osment and I think what's her name? Panna. The girl who plays Kyrie is it Hayden Panettiere?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And so it's weird. They'll get like some super high profile ones, and then they can't get Danny DeVito, but maybe he's just like, this is a weird thing.
He's the one that did Pete's voice, right?
No, Danny DeVito did the little fauna.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Hercules' trainer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Phil.
He played him.
Also, I mean, yeah.
Phil.
Yeah. So
He didn't talk at all in the third one. It was really weird.
Phil, no, I can't remember if his
maybe
voice.
maybe Danny DeVito was in the first two, but not in the third one because he didn't. I don't think Phil spoke at all in 3. He was in it.
Yeah, Pete didn't speak either. I can't remember if it's because his voice actor died or if his voice actor just wasn't a part of it.
You sure? I would have
No.
bet money that he spoke at least a little bit.
No, I'd bet at least $5 that he didn't speak a lick.
Okay.
At all. I do not remember any dialogue from him.
I would definitely be down for this if it's done correctly, for sure.
Yes.
I know that they just released Kingdom Hearts 3. Obviously, a lot of people liked it. Sold a bunch. So I'm sure that... And then they obviously just released their brand new streaming service, so they want to kind of catch both of those waves at the same time.
Most definitely. Disney does a lot of things good and a lot of things bad. Hopefully this will be
I
one of
think
the
they
good
do
ones.
mostly good.
Yes. I can't really throw a Molotov cocktail at Disney. They'd never...
That's very specific. It's someone you know going to throw a Molotov cocktail.
No. I was going to say, personally, Disney's never done anything to piss me off other than I wouldn't mind a reboost of like Treasure Planet or something, or another Atlantis remake, something like that. But I'm not too...
Why would you want an Atlantis remake?
I liked those movies.
Okay, but why do they need a remake? They look amazing.
I guess...
Do you want a Pocahontas remake too, or
No.
a Tarzan remake? Those movies do not need to be remade.
I guess
They're
that's
gorgeous, and if they remade them, they would probably look worse.
true.
And Atlantis 2 is awful. Why would you want a third one?
Well, man, I didn't say I wanted a third one. Don't put words in my
You
mouth.
said you wanted another one.
I doesn't mean it's got to be a third one. They can just skip to 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Road to El Dorado 2?
No, that's not even a Disney movie.
exactly.
I'm almost certain that's DreamWorks.
It really, yeah, it is.
But I remember now that I read this. Apparently, I didn't realize that the Final Fantasy characters, which are basically not in Kingdom Hearts 3, show back up in the DLC.
Yes, they're just there. I guess Disney and them finally shook hands and decided to.
Well, no, they definitely always shook hands.
Well, I know.
From what I heard, they just wanted to focus more on the story of the core characters.
Yeah, I will say that Kingdom Hearts, it plucked at some heartstrings. There's a really weird video going on. I did not mean to play this. Just okay. Oh, yeah, that was a weird. I clicked on a weird video and it was showing me the trailer for the new Shanta of the
Shantae, the
Genie girl?
Genie thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to play that series. It looks cool.
I have one of the games on 3DS, and I just remembered that I have a 3DS.
I've heard really good things about those games, but yeah, that's the Kingdom Hearts. I guess quick little rundown of the rumors. Those are rumors.
Yes.
So, but at the same time, I wouldn't be too surprised if that happened. I would be more than okay with that. Moving on to some smaller news coming from GameSpot. The Dark Picture Little Hope has got a release date.
Sweet.
I guess it's not that small of news.
True.
Because at least this is fact.
Exactly. It will be released sometime this summer.
Is that literally all it says? The article, GameSpot, kid. That's not a release date. That's a release window.
That is true. We do get the, what's it called? The box art, and that it's going to be selling for $30, which is going to be the same price as Man of Medan.
Man of Medan.
Thank you. At launch, obviously you can pre-order these now. It's not available for PC yet, but they do suspect that listings are going to go live soon for that.
I have mixed thought about this game because I thought that can't even think of the name of the game. It has Hannah Panettiere in it too. Not Haddon. That's not a name. Damn, what's the name of that? David Cage went on to say, quote, "We remain game creators, of course, and we're working on many exciting new projects we cannot talk about yet. But there's a lot going on at the studio," end quote. He then later said that he later said in the live stream that he was streaming that it would be, quote, soon, speaking about when they will hear more, or we will hear more about the project that they are working on. And then also, still leading on to Quantic Dream. Every Quantic Dream will be available on Steam next month.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yep. Quantic Dream tweeted out, quote, "Finally, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human are coming to Steam on June 28th. You can download free demos if you go to Quantic Dream's official Twitter account for all three games, Heavy Rain, Detroit, and Beyond Human."
I still am debating on playing Detroit or not. I haven't. I own it.
Wait, did I say Detroit? I said Detroit and Beyond Human. That's the same game.
Detroit
Beyond Human,
yeah,
and Beyond Two Souls. I never played any of these games. I watched a playthrough of Detroit Beyond Human, and it looked kind of cool, but kind of too long. And I've heard really good things about Heavy Rain.
I think I also have Heavy Rain. Probably got it on my PlayStation for something. And yeah, that's awesome though. I love when things come to PC. You can play them. If it's great.
I know people really like those games, especially the first one.
Yeah.
I know that Beyond Two Souls is kind of pretty heavily criticized.
I don't know much about that game.
I think it's got Willem Dafoe in it, which is weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That made me think of, I want to play a video game with Woody Harrelson in it. I don't know what kind of game it would be or anything like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was in some weird early 2000s game.
Wait, doesn't Zombieland 2 have a video game? Maybe.
I have no idea. I forgot that was a movie.
I liked it.
I love the first one.
It was really good. I think you'd like the second one.
Turns out Amazon France has become the new Walmart Canada.
Yeah?
According to Game Rant, they have leaked yet more upcoming games. It looks really weird the way it was leaked. There's basically just a list. It says Bethesda, 3 on PC, 2 on PS4, 3 on Switch, 2 on Xbox One.
Capcom, 1 on PC, 1 on Switch.
It's really weird. It's the same thing for Konami. 1 on PC, 1 on Switch. Square Enix, 3 on PC, 2 on PS4, 2 on Switch, 1 on Xbox One. Take-Two, 2 on PS4, 1 on Switch, 3 on Xbox One.
Warner Brothers, 1 on PS4, 2 on Switch, 2 on Xbox One. Ubisoft, 2 on PC, 3 on PS4, 2 on Switch, and 3 on Xbox One.
It's really weird. I haven't really seen a
breakdown listing list like that?
No, not a leak.
Yeah, me neither. It's thank you, Amazon France.
I guess that's such a strange leak.
It really is. Also, there was a Last of Us 2 State of Play. You can check that out.
Oh yeah. I think I spoke about that earlier a little bit, but yeah, there was a 30-minute State of Play, I think.
Yeah, they show some gameplay and such. That's all I'm assuming is in there because I personally haven't watched it because, excuse me,
you don't want any. You want to be completely blind, right?
I really do. I've seen the trailer, and I know the release date. I hit the pre-order button, but other than that, I'm trying to go in pretty blind, which is pretty sweet. Just like I did with the first one. If I can, I think if it's a game I'm wholeheartedly interested in, I think I'm going to start trying to go in pretty blind.
Oh yeah, I always like to do that. It's definitely, I think it's definitely better.
It's really, and I think that's what I'm excited about. I keep thinking and going back to Yakuza, but it's just because I'm enjoying it so much. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the story, especially to see what's his name? Haruko?
Joel?
No, the Yakuza boy. Yakuza
Kiryu?
man. Yeah, him. I'm excited to see what his journey is going to be.
I thought you were talking about The Last of Us.
I transitioned into Yakuza because I'm addicted. But yes.
Addicted, you're only on Chapter 2.
Yes. Chapter 2, Yakuza 0. Keep that in mind, people. I'm this addicted on Chapter 2, Episode 0. But yes, I am excited for The Last of Us 2. I want to see what's going to happen story-wise. But yes, if you want to check that out, go to PlayStation YouTube and you can watch The Last of Us State of Play.
You excited for the Kingdom Hearts Disney Plus show?
You know, if it's anything like the Remind DLC, they can keep it. I'm not going to watch it.
That's so harsh.
But if it's Kingdom Hearts, I'm probably going to end up indulging in it like I have every other Kingdom Hearts thing.
Yes.
It's one of those things, man. It's bittersweet. I'm definitely addicted to the Kingdom Hearts mythos.
Whatever the hell the mythos is.
Exactly. No, but I could not explain that timeline to somebody. But yes, there was a leak that there's a possible Kingdom Hearts TV show in development for Disney Plus.
According to Skylar Schuler on Twitter, it said being tagged in Jeremy's post, which I believe Jeremy is the original leaker. Is that right?
I believe so, yeah, if I'm following the story correctly.
He said, so here's what I know. Kingdom Hearts will be a Disney Plus series, not a movie. It's going to be animated, CG style. Disney voice-over actors are expected to reprise their roles. Jim Cummings, Bill Farmer, and Tony Anselmo? I'm not sure. And then he links to okay, so Jeremy Conrad said yes, it's true, and he got tagged in. Skylar got tagged in Jeremy's tweet. That's what ended up happening.
Sometimes Twitter linkage.
Jeremy Conrad is a influencer. I kind of hate that word, but so he does have some clout. Something called Disney. Oh my gosh, Disney Insider. That's what Skylar is.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so they talk about how. I'm glad it's not going to be live action.
Yes, that would be horrible. I cannot imagine how bad that would be.
Heart, Kingdom, but no.
They got to get Haley Joel Osment to do the live action version.
Yeah, that'd be something. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'll probably watch it. I hope it's good.
I want it to be goofy, man. Goofy and silly and fun and BA.
Yes.
So I want it to be.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be out before Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, man, you never know. I'm glad. Normally I don't really like CG, but since that is kind of Kingdom Hearts style, I would much prefer it to be kind of traditionally animated. But Kingdom Hearts it's a video game, so it might look weird if you had to watch a big long series that was animated differently than Kingdom Hearts. Although if it looked good, I would be all for it.
Now, just spitballing here, what would you want to see as far as the story goes?
I have no idea.
I'm thinking
something that clues us in on what the hell is going on in this dumbass series.
I'm thinking maybe parents' reaction to their children leaving the island, or what it's like when they first got to the island.
No one gives a shit about the island.
I do.
No.
Maybe their parents weren't ever real. You know, who knows? I mean,
they are anime characters, so their parents are probably dead.
Yeah. Oh man, this got the balls rolling now.
I'm glad that it seems like they're gonna get original voice actors. They're not just gonna get some schmuck.
Yeah, they're not just like, hey man, you got an okay voice. Come do this for us. Come
here. Disney, or not Disney, but Kingdom Hearts has always had a very strange track record with who they do and do not get. Because, like, they got, what's his name? The guy who plays Hades and Hercules.
Oh, I couldn't name him.
I can't think of his name, but they got him, but then they didn't get Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
So, but then they got Haley Joel Osment and I think, what's her name? Panna. The girl who plays Kyrie is it Hayden Panettiere?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And so it's weird. They'll get like some super high profile ones, and then they can't get Danny DeVito, but maybe he's just like, this is a weird thing.
He's the one that did Pete's voice, right?
No, Danny DeVito did the little fauna.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Hercules' trainer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Phil.
He played him.
Also,
Until Dawn. Yeah, that's what it's called. That's an excellent game. One of the better survival horror games that I've played. But then last year's game, the Man of Medan game, kind of got mixed reviews, almost to the point where I ended up just watching a Let's Play of it. So I'm not sure. I want this to be good. I know that they have. I know that Supermassive has a lot of talent. So I will definitely be, at the very least, keeping my eye out for this. I didn't even realize that this is our last real big story of the week. So yeah, I definitely am interested in this game. Be a nice, fun, probably fairly short game, which hopefully will be more on the Until Dawn side.
Yeah, I think it just looks interesting aesthetic-wise. It's probably not in the same genre, but the game I played on my PS4 last year, I think, maybe 1 year before that, Erica. It was the short, interactive, spooky, where you used...
It's similar to that.
Okay.
Except it's probably way more survival horror. It's more horror-esque, because Erica wasn't really horror, was it?
No, it was like build your own adventure, thriller, jump scare kind of thing.
This is going to be like a kind of adventure game.
Okay.
Like kind of walking simulator-esque. It's like, which is similar to Erica, but this is going to be longer because that was super short.
Yeah, it was.
I think it's probably going to be more spooky, and those are, I guess, the main two things.
Nice.
And you're going to be, because did you walk around in Erica at all?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, there was walking around, puzzles.
Okay.
The really only thing you used a lot is you either connected your phone or you used the touchpad of the controller. That's what it's called.
DualShock.
Thank you. Yes, that thing.
Yeah, it definitely has some similar DNA, but I think this will probably also be more interactive. That's really it, though. We can move on to the Corona Corner. I only have really one thing. This is coming from BlizzCon. So they released Blizzard released a statement. It just says, "Hello, Blizzard community. Several weeks ago, I shared an update about our uncertainty around holding BlizzCon this year. Since then, a lot has changed, and a lot hasn't changed. During this time, we have had many discussions about what holding a convention could look like in the light of all the health and safety considerations we'd want to make. We've also talked about different paths we could take and how each one of them could be complicated by fluctuations in national and local health guidances in the months ahead. Ultimately, after considering our options, we've come to the very difficult decision to not have BlizzCon this year. We're feeling deeply disappointed about this decision and imagine many of you feel the same. I truly love BlizzCon and know that's a sentiment shared by everyone at Blizzard. We will sorely miss connecting with so many of you at the convention and recharging our geek batteries this fall. but we will meet again. We're talking about how we might be able to channel the BlizzCon spirit, and connect with you in the same way online, far less impacted by the state of health and safety protocols for massive in-person gatherings. We'd want to do this as soon as we could, but given that this is a newish territory and the different factors involved, it will most likely be sometime early next year. BlizzCon is also a stage for big esports events and Blizzard games each year, so we're also looking into alternatives for supporting some of the high-level competition that would normally take place at the show. We'll tell you more about our plans as they develop. But in the meantime, we hope to see you exploring the Shadowlands, hanging out in the tavern, pushing the payload, and wherever else in Blizzard universe you may roam. Stay safe and stay well. Saralyn Smith, Whirlwind Barbarian, executive producer of BlizzCon.
Well, that was nice of her to be able to release that, and I'm sure it's better for everybody that the BlizzCon didn't happen.
Yeah, almost made a joke about how they're relieved they don't have to say if they have Diablo 4 ready or not. But
yeah,
now
we just get to watch the Diablo mobile
boy
official release trailer.
But yeah, obviously everyone is disappointed, but the safety and well-being of the employees of not only Blizzard but of the wherever they would they had to hire security,
all the
staff
people.
For the people that would work the venue, and obviously the attendees. So that's of course more important than showing off a new trailer for even Diablo 4.
True.
So, maybe sometime early next year we can get a glimpse at the games we hope will release before the next BlizzCon.
Yeah, most definitely. That's going to be it for the Corona Corner. Let's get you into some deals. Right now, go to your computer, log in, click Epic Store. You'll be getting Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, for free. If you don't have a computer, open your computer, log in, open your internet browser of
choice.
Say
if you don't have a computer, open your computer?
Steal somebody's computer, log in,
download it for them.
Download it for them. Make an Epic account with your separate, same login information. Add the...
Like you're going way
Borderlands
too more
Handsome
depth
Collection to your account so you can play it later.
Yeah, that's going to come with Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel. Also on Twitch, they're giving away a lot of games. You can get, this is through December the 31st of this year, the King of Fighters 2002, Samurai Showdown 2, Blazing Star, Pulsar, Art of Fighting 2, Fatal Fury Special, and the King of Fighters 2000. Once again, you can get those all the way through December 31st of this year.
PlayStation Plus is going to be able to get you Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Call of Duty World War II.
Not interested in either one of those games, but I know a lot of people probably will be. And finally, we have more after this. Games with Gold is going to be giving away. Through June the 1st through the 30th, we're going to get Shantae, Pirate's Curse, and then from June the 16th through July the 15th, Coffee Talk, whatever the hell that is. Destroy All Humans, that's awesome. From June the 1st through June the 15th. And I can't pronounce this, Sinmora, from June the 16th and through the 30th.
That's awesome. Also, you can get No Man's Sky is going to be available on Game Pass, as well as that's for PC Game Pass and console Game Pass.
I actually kind of want to try out No Man's Sky finally.
It looks interesting. I'm interested in it just because I know it's not Horizon Zero Dawn.
I want to try it because it's free.
Good man.
It's super interesting because this game started out live on PlayStation's E3 stage, and now it is on Xbox Game Pass. It's insane. It's crazy, the world we live in.
Yep, man, Game Pass is, I'm telling you, you got extra bucks.
If you have an Xbox or a PC.
Yeah, if you just don't eat out one time a month and you can afford Game Pass, just do it. It's
as long as the meal is cheap.
Yes, as long as the meal is cheap. That's going to be it, though. It's going to be it for the show. Let us know what you think on our socials. You can interact with the podcast on Twitter at Wannabe Podcast. You can interact with Ryan on Twitter. It's going to be at Ryan Divisions. You can interact with me on Twitter at Aswalunk. You can read Ryan's articles on Medium, Games Cubed, or the Video Games Amino under Games Cubed, both of which are going to be linked in the description below. If you want to listen to the show, obviously you are right now, but if you want to tell your friends about the show, you can tell them they can listen to wherever podcasts are sold for free. We'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and share the show. Rate the show wherever you listen to it. If there's a rating system, especially on iTunes, for all you iTunes listeners out there, we'd greatly appreciate that. 5 stars. And thank you to all the Pandora listeners out there as well. We see you, and we appreciate it.
Also, got to help us sell out to Spotify, like the last podcast on the left and Joe Rogan.
Or we could sell
next,
it to...
baby.
That's right. Or we could sell it to Pandora.
Sure.
I'm open to either.
They have a lot of money.
And
we don't.
Or even SoundCloud. I'd submit.
Oh, man.
I'd submit.
He said it.
Please, SoundCloud, please don't contact us. You want to email the show, wannabegaming@podcast.com. Holy shit, that is not our email.
Wait, what did you say?
I said our email was oneupmegaming@podcast.com. Our Instagram is oneupmegaming. That's obviously on Instagram. Our email is going to be oneupmepodcast@gmail.com.
And then finally, you can find Jordan streaming sometimes on a sway like at Twitch. He's been doing Yakuza and then maybe some Minecraft.
Yeah, depending on how things go tomorrow with my schedule and whatnot, I will hopefully be on starting in a new world with a random seed in Minecraft. Just trying.
What does that mean? That sounds gross.
Random seed is the generated code for. It's just what they call it.
I don't like it.
Well, don't listen to it.
Call it something else.
The code.
There we go.
The random generated code for Minecraft. I'm not going to be typing in a special code to get a certain world. It's just going to be random. I don't know. I don't even know when the new update is supposed to be coming out. But, for those of you that are curious, I am going to be playing Minecraft Java Edition.
What the hell is Java Edition?
The original edition. There's a Windows 10 edition that gets updated later than the Java edition. The Java edition
Who in the shit still has Java?
It's just how it's made.
How about Microsoft grows up and puts it on Steam?
Also, your computers still use Java today.
Mine doesn't.
I guarantee Java is installed on your computer.
You know how many times I try to go to a website and they're like, you got to install Java? I'm like, bitch. It's a lot. It probably affects my life.
Probably. You should go install Java. People still use it.
Who?
The entire world.
No one uses Java. I was making a joke.
That's going to be it. Thank you to Alicia for our artwork. We appreciate it. And the Heatley Brothers for our intro and outro music.
I'm never going to install Java.
Stay safe and play on.